Alright.
Now I just need a I need a buddy by the name of Brack with me.
Add it back.
So I forget, do Rangers cast in this version?
I think eventually.
They got a certain
I have
level,
no
and I
idea.
think maybe he just got to the level where he got off his first spell. I think.
I think he did.
I don't know what he chose, but I think that sounds a little familiar to me. Who's labeled the witness on here? Which character?
That's my
Oh, that's just-
streaming service.
Yeah.
My streaming drive.
Kid? No. Jocus, right?
Yep.
The witness? Okay.
Wow, I definitely hit a very low armor class.
Yep.
It rolled. Oh, yeah, that was your name. Never mind. I thought you were still labeled as Jin, but
All
I
right.
see that was just the name.
All right.
I think I am still labeled as. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right. So with Alexander, but Kli'k is back, so actually you should be okay with how everybody's going. So we'll see here. I'm gonna move Pitt out of the way just in case he comes in. He said he might
So
be a
what?
little late tonight.
Yeah. Will you remind what we left off with?
Yeah, so you had just. So there was a massive battle. You had just defeated some half giants and had managed to pierce through the already somewhat traumatized veil of the Sorcerer King of Draj. So you had managed to dispatch of Tectectitle, and because there was a whole horde of basically the army of the Jaguar warriors coming through the breach, basically, you managed to find a hidden entrance to an older part of the palace that nobody was even aware as existed. And looking around, it looks much more ancient than the accoutrements of the temple that you were in before. Now, you had wandered around this basically catacomb or labyrinth and had seen some remnants of those creatures that Zakhara hates so much.
I'm still paralyzed.
More than likely, this was a remnant of whatever civilization had been here thousands and thousands, maybe eons ago. There was some venomous plants down here, and this area is a lot more humid and cool than the upper levels.
This is the
And-
greenest area we've ever been in.
You had fought some plants that had seemed to be almost as if they were sentient or seeking out fresh blood. And once you had made it up to this platform, you had heard a voice basically cry out, "Stop interlopers! Proceed further, and ye shall be sacrificed to the power of this place. Wouldst thou speak falsely, thou shalt surely die." And you see up on a dais through basically a opening in the walls, you see an extremely bedecked female who is standing basically up on a dais, and she's got a golden glow about her head, and she looks like she's got some energy in her hand, And next to her is a very rugged looking mule who looks like he's seen combat maybe in the gladiatorial pits. Azzer, you would probably think that. And then there's a dark skinned figure with a giant headdress standing behind them. And the interesting thing about this area where they are is there is vines on the steps. There's some plants around. You see some of those plants that had attacked you earlier at kind of the summit of where the steps begin. And then there's some luscious green up on the dais where they're standing, surrounded by some pillars that look like they're ancient structures. You guys are somewhat winded because you've just fought off some extremely venomous plants, and you hear a little bit of a clickety clack, and eventually Kli'k appears using some of his ranger stealth, which is
Hey, what's
a
up?
sight a sight for sore eyes because Kli'k has always been kind of in the breach as a warrior.
So, why are we here?
We were
Me?
gonna leave.
So she said stop and proceed and be sacrificed.
Stop.
That's what you last said.
Stop or proceed. If you proceed, you will be sacrificed.
Oh, okay.
Looks like she's readying to cast a spell, but she's a little bit wary, and Kli'k has just appeared now after having been out of the action for a couple of
Kli'k already
days.
has an open mind, right?
Kli'k
no?
does. He has no psionic ability whatsoever.
I'll try and send a message to him psionically that says, "Hold on, we don't know what's going on. Don't move any
I'll
closer."
kind of speak up a little bit.
I just wanted to know what's going on. I haven't been here for a while.
All right, Fetl'Paro. I'll turn you up a little, Fetl'Paro. I heard you say something too.
Okay, so I guess I get talked to psionically and told to wait.
Kli'k
he's-
does. Kli'k, make a contact check there, Mr. Psionicist. Zakhara.
It's me. I need to get my character sheet set up again.
I-
That button.
Contact.
All right. So basically, Kli'k, you're a little befuddled because you see the halfling, which you had just seen being carried by the half giant. Now he's basically standing in front of you, but even as you turn your head, no matter which way you turn your head, the halfling is still standing there and he's talking to you.
Put that out, man. Kli'k's
Hey,
hit it. My mind is my own.
this is the easiest. This is the easiest way to talk to you, bud. Don't start anything right now. We're just trying to escape, please. Thanks.
Well, okay, so I'll look like I'm about to say something. I'm like, but I was
All right.
just gonna
Oh.
tell them that we only want to find a way out of here.
Azure will just stick his arm up in a fist, like a hold position. That's
All right.
maybe hunters know.
All right, Fetl'Paro, you see Azure kind of hold his fist up not to proceed. Kli'k looks like he's ready to basically pounce up
Throw
the
hands.
I
can't fight. Well, he's not supposed to fight. What the? God damn it.
I can't understand him. Then again, that's par for the course for these things.
Jocus, you all of a sudden get a strange image in your mind of a extremely tall warrior, and the warrior does not make any moves as if he's psionically attacking, but he makes a hand motion basically in a rudimentary fashion, asking if you would open your mind to allow dialogue.
Do I see this as I'm currently mind linked with Jocus?
Yes, you do. You see a figure walk forward, which is the figure that is kind of hanging back from the radiant female and the powerful mule.
Oh, thank God,
And
somebody who can speak psionically. I'll open my mind to him.
all right, all right. So you and Jocus. What are you doing, Jocus?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. The character bids your psionic constructs to sit down, and he immediately sits down cross-legged.
Sitting down in front of him.
All right. What are you doing, Jocus?
Yeah, I guess I will walk up and sit down
All right.
behind
You see,
Zakhara.
all right. You see Jocus sit down. This giant form sitting down. Nauhyotl mentions, I am Nauhyotl.
Zakhara,
I protect Chimali.
we have
Chimali
no.
is priestess down here. You answer truthfully to Nauhyotl.
We will.
You looks at Jocus. You will answer truthfully, Nauhyotl.
Yes.
Do any of, he points around virtually, do any of these defile the land upon which you walk?
We do not believe so.
He looks over to the half giant.
Which
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, out of character, I do know, but in character.
In character, we have no idea.
Yeah,
No. Then the answer would be no.
yeah.
All right. He looks, be sure you tell truth to Chimali. Chimali does not have patience for falsehood. You have found place very sacred to Chimali. With that, he fades off and leaves your mind.
Okay, that went fine. I'm terrified.
We just
So-
want to leave.
Wait, where's my icon?
So do
Azzer
I-
will speak up.
All right.
We do not seek
Okay, first off, okay.
battle.
Okay,
right. Yeah.
Chimali says, You move forward,
Yes.
muscular one. Move forward so that I may look upon thee.
Okay,
Avoid
okay,
the plants. They will not hurt you. She also looks
We
over
may-
at the
we-
Thri-kreen. She says, You, one of nature, move out into the light, that I may gaze upon you.
Okay, I'm not very pretty. Just-
I love the new Kli'k.
And
Word.
I'm also really hungry. You got any food? I would really like some food.
Just Danny DeVito, but a bug.
Kli'k has just basically learned common too, so he only learned it like last level.
Like I said,
So give Kli'k food.
There we go.
Kli'k need to appetize.
Kli'k hungry.
Your physical needs shall be satisfied.
Thank
Now,
Thank you, voluptuous lady with giant hooters.
tell
He
me,
was caught by Haaku.
Chisholm just pats his head. Shh. Dude,
tell
okay.
me,
We get it.
you muscular one, Cocotun says, you answer, Chimali truthful. Trust is not given, trust is only earned. Chimali looks at Azzer. You, warrior, Why do you enter my sanctum? What brings you down here?
We are leaving the pyramid above.
How did you
And-
infiltrate? How did you infiltrate the moon god's sanctum?
The Shadow Realm?
The Shadow Realm.
How did you make it through
Shadow Realm.
the moon god's warriors to find this secret area?
Yes, warriors.
Mm,
Her eyes are beating on Azure, like boring into your heart, Azure.
She's great because I
we
think
went.
I think Azzer wasn't
We-
here for half of the time.
Yeah, I did miss that one. But, we arrived at the top and have been making our way down level by level by level, and we are made it to here, just trying to find a way out.
Yes, but the moon god's defenses are very powerful. How did you make it?
They were out at the time, for the most part. It was basically empty the whole time.
We did manage with, well, I don't know.
Don't lie.
We managed. We are strong together.
Apes together strong.
Technically not a lie.
She looks
Are
over.
you one of the moon god's Templars?
No, no, no. No. I am down here ensuring that Athas can be regreened. You look about you. We have fostered a little bit of a garden down here. She looks
Yes,
around
this
the
looks
companions.
amazing.
She mentions,
It is
she looks at
green.
amongst the
It
companions.
is
Do any of you practice
How
the
dreadful.
magical arts?
Kli'k goes over to the poisonous tree and he begins to eat it.
Kli'k doesn't like plants.
Probably not.
Yeah, he's a carnivore.
He is a carnivore.
I mean,
Although Azure usually has a little bit of meat, or actually Kli'k has a whole bunch of meat strapped to his back because
Yeah.
he's hunted so much.
He's always. That's probably what he's
He's
been
our-
doing the whole time.
then I'll start eating it.
All right, you see the Chimali looks and says, "What manner of creature are you? I have never seen a thrycreen that is ebon-skinned."
Let me see if I can get this right. Okay. Me Kli'k. Go. Into black place. And when me Kli'k come back. Me. New square.
Black place. Explain further, insect man. What black place have you been?
It's,
Wait.
when I look at Kli'k reflection, yeah, I think that's right. I go into reflection, and
This is how Kli'k used to look.
I end up in World of Black.
You, the rest of you, show yourselves. Large ones, you, small one, show yourself.
Uh,
Okay, I grab Zakhara and we take him.
Oh,
take
I'm
him
on,
into
I'm
the
on
room as
Jocus
well.
right now. Stuck
Oh,
on Jocus.
okay.
Yeah, what
All
happened
right.
with Zakhara? He's paralyzed?
He's still
the plant?
stiff. Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of stuck.
Lady, do you have any anti-venom to free my friend?
That depends on your answers. Now, I'm tired of this muscle-bound one. Somebody tells me the truth. How did you get down here?
I was
I
taken.
walk?
I was
Can I
taken
try and
by the moon god, the moon king.
The moon god would prevent you from coming down here. Why was you not killed?
Can I contact her? Can I attempt to contact her?
I'll shoot you something here, Zakhara.
Kli'k very sneaky. Kli'k, go buy thing real quick.
Azzer will speak as soon as he's done contacting. We're in the middle of it.
Kli'k,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
trying to get.
Easy
I'm
boy.
just trying to get my roleplay opportunities, man.
Jocus, you can sense that Zakhara wants to try and contact Chimali.
Just like point me at her and tell her out loud, and I'll be good.
Now, tell me, how did you
God does not
make
exist anymore. He is
What?
defeated.
What? She looks at you. Liar. Liar. Cocotun? Nauhyotl?
I am not a liar, and I pull out some of his skin that I skinned off.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that.
Her eyes go wide. She looks over at Cocotun. Cocotun moves over to Azzer. You, hand over. Let me gaze upon. Show to Chimali.
Okay, so Kli'k actually goes over there when he puts the skin out and Kli'k starts eating it.
Ooh, food.
Eat your own food. I'll
Kli'k
hand him some of it.
All right.
Imagine he gets batted away by the buff
All
guy.
right. Kli'k, this is the toughest leathery rawhide you ever chewed. You feel like you're chewing on like nappy rawhide from like some kind of rotted carcass you found out in the wastelands of Athas, only it's like super tough.
Need spices, and I just the old guy.
Azzer, Cocotun is motioning you to hand him the skin.
I'll hand him some, or it.
All right. He moves back up the stairs, shows it to Chimali. Chimali looks at it, looks at you, looks down at it, and then she announces with a scream. He dances around holding the skin up over her head.
Happily?
The moon god. The moon god is dead? Truly, you say this? She moves over. You are telling the truth, muscled one.
Yes, the moon god is dead.
She turns over, looks at Nauhyotl. Nauhyotl, verify this, Nauhyotl. You see Zakhara in your mind's eye, Nauhyotl walking closely forward, making a motion to sit and have a discussion.
I'll sit again.
Jocus, you're also in this mind's eye, being linked with Zakhara.
Okay.
Nauhyotl mentions, you witness this destruction of Moon God, correct?
I was the one who dealt the final blow.
Permit me to look through your memory and view
course.
the event.
Of course, of course.
All right. You see Nahuyotl's Harbinger fly in, and as the Harbinger flies in, it flies into that part of your memory, and all of a sudden you're standing back in the chamber where the moon god is trying to stuff
The
uh,
orbs.
the orbs down his gullet. And as you do so, you see the final destruction of the moon god, and you reminisce that whole event through your memory,
The fucking
and
lucky hit from the guard or from the giant.
you see the avatar of the dragon god basically reach out and claw through the harbinger of the Nauhyotl who's in your mind, and it has no effect because the creature is dead. However, Nauhyotl flees out of your mind and looks at you and says, "Yes, Moon God is dead. Moon God spirit live on in small, stiff man."
Uh,
What?
what do you mean by that?
He calls over to Chimali. They speak truth. However, small, stiff creature has psychic memory of Moon God. Moon God is dead, but Moon God is not truly dead. She looks over, she looks at Azzer. She says, "Yes, this is very important that the Moon God is dead, but it is important for Draj that his son does not take power. Now, we have been down here in this secret area, but perhaps we may not have to keep this secret much longer. Perhaps now is our time to strike." Cocotun goes over and puts his arm around Chimali. "Priestess, are you sure that this is the wise decision? We do not know these characters. We do not know these interlopers. What is that strange being with the bald head in the back? He looks like a half-breed."
I am a half-breed. Fucking.
Fetl'Paro, come forward.
I am a half-breed.
He is our cleric.
He is insane. A little. He likes sand.
Bald? Who are you calling bald creature?
"You, cleric of sand, you use magic?"
Well, I
"Well, do you defile the plants when you call upon your magic?" She looks at you angrily.
what? Clerics can't defile.
"We
That'd be
shall
kinda gross.
see. We shall see. Very well.
We
You have given evidence that the moon god has been deposed." She makes the motion, and the predator plants stand down and just become basically, they sink down into themselves and basically become non-threatening. She says,
Oh, they take
"Please
root.
move about. You may rest here.
Oh,
However,
move about. I'd love
Hey,
to.
do you have that anti-venom for my
okay.
friend?
your friend has been afflicted by one of our pets. Yes, yes, they are quite guarding." She mentions to Cocotun, who walks over and hands Jocus a small little, looks like a cherry-sized fruit, and he says,
Oh,
"Squeeze the juice of this in little man mouth."
Alright, I'll take my fingers and I'll squish it and I'll force it in his mouth.
All right, Azure, Zakhara, it tastes sweet at first, but then it gets extremely bitter. However, you start to feel like pins and needles in your arms and legs and neck.
Ow.
And
Ow.
after about 20 minutes, you're able to move about.
I return.
There you go.
Jeez. Yay!
Welcome back, friend.
I'm starting to see why people hate plants now.
Yes, plants are bad. Yeah.
Kli'k hates the plants. The
You know what plants are supposed to. I will gladly do without them.
I'll go back to my trees. They don't freaking stun me forever.
Hey,
Chimali mentions, she says, this is a safe place for now. However, with the demise of the Sorcerer King, the Sorcerer King has ruled this city-state for over 1,000 years. Perhaps we may have to make a movement to vacate these premises before they search root and branch to try and root out our little gathering. Now, go ahead, rest. She provides some food. There's some animals that have been killed. They look like they're rodent-like creatures. Kli'k, you can also make a hunting check if you wish to hunt in this catacomb and find your own prey.
I will. Kli'k will go up to the very beautiful woman. He will say, "Kli'k lonely. Kli'k like you.
Aw.
Want to make a little Kli'k with you?" And I kind of give her some of my meat.
I don't think you work biologically, Kli'k.
Kli'k try.
He looks
I
at
imagine-
you pityingly.
Jocus will say to Zakhara, are we still linked? Mind linked?
Trying to seduce people.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Jocus, yes.
Yeah, are me and Zakhara still mind linked?
It's up to you guys if you're maintaining the link.
I'll say, should we give
Currently,
these-
yes.
Should we give the heads to these priests?
We should probably tell them about it.
I
think
don't
that's
want
pretty-
to. I don't want to carry them anymore. I'm tired of them. They're mean.
I agree. They are mean.
Kli'k will walk away disappointingly, and he will start to hunt. Okay.
All right, go ahead and make your hunting check. All right.
Yeah. There.
All right. Jin starts to, or Kli'k, sorry, my bad. Kli'k basically starts moving around the edges of the catacombs, and every once in a while you see his javelin or his Githka flick out, and at the end of it, he catches some sort of creature, and he's able to sustain himself.
God.
Kli'k, you also don't need to sleep, so you're a good guard.
Yes. I will. After I get done hunting, I come back and I lay all my kills at her feet. Actually.
She looks at you. She says,
Kli'k, good hunter. Kli'k provide voluptuous woman with food lot.
Perhaps, creature, you will find your own kind should you follow the ways of the Kreen. You have wondered long, I can see in your features, why you have not found your own kind.
Kli'k,
Perhaps you will.
Kli'k, please.
He is
Go
red
ahead.
and shiny.
And he kind of just
Share with your creatures. I, myself, she munches on some plant, am vegan.
Respectable.
I will.
How long have you
No,
known?
not on Dark Sun.
I will pull out my Kli'k to English dictionary. I will look up
Just
again.
yeah, I guess none of our characters would know what that word is since there's not enough plants for that lifestyle, wouldn't there be?
That's true.
You eat
Uh,
Azure thanks
Ooh.
her for letting them stay, and wants to go talk to Cocotun a little bit.
All right.
I imagine.
What do you wish to
You eat
say?
plants? You can eat them.
I just wanted to ask him if he was in the Draj Gladiator Arena. I guess we don't know each other, or how long ago.
I served Palace Gladiatorial many passings of Ral ago in Gothai. You have served in Draj Palace Gladiatorial?
I did, but mostly hunted game for the games.
He reaches his arm out. You, one with Cocotun, make pact now. He holds out his hand to grasp it.
Azure returns in favor, in kind.
He smiles with a big, wide mool smile and raises his fist and pumps it in the air. Cocotun, meet another member of Palace Gladiatorial. Excitement. This is a good day. Celebration. Come, come, come. We shall talk. Go ahead, regale me of your travels. I have not been out of this catacomb since I was liberated by Diaksetl. And I'll give you that name real quick here, just so you...
And spell it correctly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What are you doing, Jocus? You're up on the diadem near Nauhyotl and Zakhara. Kli'k is pit is over by a very lush area of the catacomb.
I'm
Yeah,
wondering
fed up.
my character's like when they heard that you could eat plants, he's like, oh.
he's like grabbing, just like grinding them like a horse.
Pit, everything you try tastes horrible.
Oh.
You're like thinking this is a good idea, and then all of a sudden you're just like, wait a second, tastes horrible.
These plants taste good. What plants do taste good?
Chimali saunters over, and she lifts up her hand to you, Pid, and she hands you a very luscious-looking fruit, which fits in between your thumb and forefinger, even though it's the size of her palm.
Oh. Now this look edible. I try it.
All right. Pid, you're overwhelmed by an intense sense of sweetness, and then it goes kind of nutty, and it crushes between your teeth, and you're instantly in love with that flavor. You've never had anything like it in your life.
What
It
is
tastes like a mixture of coconut and mango.
Oh. So I don't want to say margarita fruit, but
Basically margarita fruit.
yeah.
Basically margarita fruit. I wanted to talk to Nauhyotl about the stones and if you knew anything about them.
All right.
just-
Nauhyotl motions over and motions to you and Jocus to
Oh.
sit cross-legged in front of him.
Yeah, I'll do so.
All right. He starts to strike a flint, and as he does so, you see him holding a strange-looking pipe, and he lights the tobacco or whatever is in the pipe and hands it over to you and motions. You smoke.
I guess I'll do my best to try and puff on it a little.
All right. Zakhara, you take a puff and it tastes the immediate flavor that you get when it enters your mouth is like cotton candy. And as it enters your lungs, it almost feels like it changes from that cotton candy flavor to a very tart blackberry. And as you exhale it, it's almost kind of a purplish haze of smoke. He motions
Pass me
to
the
you to
jewel.
pass the pipe over to Jocus.
I'll hand it to him. That was strangely delicious. I hand it over.
Jocus, this pipe is about the size of a pixie stick to you.
I will do my best to.
All right. You have the same sensation as you purse your lips around this tiny little pixie stick.
Does it actually like
And
burst into flames with how much air he draws in?
as you do
do
so,
I
you can
clear the
feel.
bowl?
Pretty much. Yeah, you pretty much do. As you do so, each of you gains back 24 PSPs.
Oh shit!
Ones that were smoking, right?
Yeah.
That are talking to
And everybody
now
that's smoking
Tochi.
the pipe gains back 14 hit points.
Whoa.
You see the harbinger of Nauhyotl sitting out on a plain, basically, of it almost looks like a green carpet of something that you've never seen before. It's like there's a green carpet out in front of you, and there's
Soft.
little pieces of vegetation that are only about 1.5 inches long, and they form almost like a soft mat. And he motions for you to sit.
It's so soft. What is this?
As you sit, you can feel that it is cool and kind of moist underneath your body, and you can pick at little bits of it, and you pick it up, and there's little green bits in your fingers that you can roll between your fingers. He motions to Jocus also to join him. Kamali goes over and starts eyeballing Fetl'Paro.
Trying to figure him out.
He says, You're one that uses magic, correct?
Paro? You good?
Oh, me? Yes. Yes, I do. Or can.
You look like you have a bit of the tribal members inside of you. You are a bit elf, yes?
No. Well, yes.
Come, tell me, how did that come to be? Where is your father? Where is your mother?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Well, I don't know anymore, actually. Well, they're probably off with my, well, wandering the wastes and everything, like everyone else.
So your father was the elf, correct?
Yes.
Do you partake in the arts of magic? Can you create things out of nothing? Can you change the state of things from what they are to what they may be?
Well, I guess so. I can wave my hands and heal people of things. Kind of.
Do you destroy the greenery when you do so?
I've never really been around much greenery, actually.
Well, we
You're
shall
very
see
dry
if you are
skin.
true. We shall see.
Thank God Haaku isn't here.
I've never done it before, at least.
Well, he's here. He's just invisible right now.
That's true.
Now
Nauhyotl looks over at Jocus,
we
and
we have these heads.
Nauhyotl looks over at you and in his psionic voice says, "Those things you carry with you in cage. I have reached out to try touch their mind. They have no mind to touch. What evil is this?"
We don't know.
Is there a way you and Chimali can destroy them or take them with you to a holy place?
Sacha is bobbing around on his chain over Jocus, and he's whispering into Jocus's ear. "Oh, right. Look at that female. Look at her. She has such beautiful blood. Why don't you cut her vein and let me lick of it? Oh, that would be so delicious." Meanwhile, Wyan is like, "Yeah, yes. Yes, open her veins. You are a big, strong, strapping one. You could easily cut her lifeblood open. I would lap it up eagerly. You owe nothing to these ones. They only question you. They only interrogate you."
Pig nice! And I clang the cages together.
All right, they get silent, and you can see them glowering at Jocus. Nauhyotl says, "Truly, those are cursed ones. You must take them to the end of the curse. For some reason, they are with you. What manner of evil are they? No ability to look in their mind. Even the bug man I can see in the primitive creature's mind."
Did you say the word primitive out loud?
He's talking psionically to Jocus and
Yeah,
Zakhara.
you can't hear our conversation.
We're in a mine cafe,
Basically.
So
a
basically,
hookah
like,
bar.
staring at each other for like 25 minutes, and Kli'k's like, "What the hell's going on, man?"
Yeah. Also, I want to know more information about these. And I basically, I guess, summon out the vestiges of the three stones: the silt, the red one, and the purple stone.
All right.
DM, not to interrupt, but I need to talk to I know. Okay, so I need to talk to freaking uh man, the vision guy, about what Kli'k's seen in his mirror. But till that time, I'm gonna go outside and get a cigarette. Okay? I don't
Oh
want
yeah, no worries.
not to interrupt. Stop the game.
No, you're
Yep,
fine.
yep. Go ahead, because it'll be a couple minutes till Kli'k's back in the big mix. So.
Yeah, so I shut up and I don't. I'm a DM. I do all the role playing and a lot of my.
All right, go ahead. What were you doing, Zakhara?
I was showing him the three stones we got: the silt one, the red one we just got, and the purple stone from Selba or Sielba.
Did you get a red stone or the blue stone? I
We got a
forget.
red one from. I wrote it down
For
on my character sheet.
some reason, I thought it was blue.
No, the blue stone we got was the ruby heart.
I might have misspoke then, because I'm sure.
Let's see what I wrote down. I wrote down
I
red.
thought you got this one. Have you seen this
Nope.
before?
No, I don't. That doesn't look familiar.
Nope.
Okay, I
I'm
think
trying to look back.
it should have probably been blue and not red.
Okay.
The ruby heart is red. That's for sure.
And Jin has that right now.
Okay. Yeah, I think you guys should have a blue stone.
Okay.
So not a red one.
Yeah,
Not
not
a-
a red one.
It's blue.
Okay.
So I'll pull out the silt colored stone, blue one, and the purple stone.
All right. Nauhyotl looks at it. He says, "You have this stone give much radiance through the way. He looks at Jocus and at Zakhara. You have felt this power?
I have unlocked the silt-colored one's stat power.
Mm. You must pursue cathexis.
Who?
You must pursue cathexis. Have
Must
you
pursue
tried to
Cactus?
contact these stones with your mind?
Yes.
What happened?
The silt-colored one had I had a psionic battle with it in a land of silt. The purple one in a raging tempest, and I have not yet contacted the blue one.
You were able to assert dominance over
Yes.
cathexis. Perhaps you will seek cathexis in order to assert dominance over these stones.
The
Yes.
silt-colored one gave me immunity to the attacks from the Sorcerer King mentally.
He looks
Hold on.
puzzled. Yes, Fetl'Paro?
Sorry, hold on. I got a interruption.
Oh, no worries. The stones, they protect you from the Sorcerer King. Yes, they all do?
The silt one only.
He looks at the one that you hold up. Hmm. And you say you had made contact with this one and overpowered it?
Yes. Correct.
Hmm. He looks over at Jocus. Perhaps you and Zakhara, when the time is right, can seek out cathexis and rule over one of these other stones.
That is the plan, yes.
Okay.
Chimali looks over at Azzer and Fetl'Paro and Pid, and she mentions, you said you have Fetl'Paro is the magic one. We and you have defeated the moon god. We are in a very perilous place. I guess it is safe to let you know now that we are part of the Veil. Have you heard of us?
We are members as well. I forgot what we had.
Oh,
Did
don't we
we
have like a symbol?
just an oath? Yeah, I thought we had some kind of symbol.
Just when we had a symbol.
What? Where did you encounter the Veil?
Can you pull up the world map? I remember this.
Yeah, I forget where we were.
I forget the name of it, but I remember it on the world map.
That was season 1.
It was very much season 1, but we were in. It was Rock, wasn't it? Or no, Raam.
Raam,
You
I'm looking.
made contact with the Veil in Raam?
We are
Yes.
members.
You are members. Show me the token. You guys would have it.
Yep. Do you know
Wasn't
which one's the right name? Nanda Shakti?
Nanda. She looks at you wide-eyed. Truly, this is divine providence. This is the way. This is the way of the preserver. You have met her and she has sent you to us. Yes, yes.
you were the followers we were supposed to find?
Zakhara, you're still in a mind link with
Oh, yeah.
Nauhyotl.
I could have sworn. Ignore me.
Pid and Kli'k would know, though. Because Kli'k was the one that was outside the crematorium because he wanted to eat the bodies.
Oh yeah.
Of course, that was the case.
Poor Kli'k. She says, you could be very helpful to us. We have heard that there is, perhaps now that the moon god is dead, there is a village in the north that knows of a secret even further to the north. We can give you the directions there, but first we must validate that your magic users Do not destroy or defile the greenery.
All of us made a pact when we joined with Nanda to help bring back the Green Age.
Ah, Nanda, she is a wise one. Yes. Then you would perchance be interested in undergoing our trial, that we may vet you and join you into the Drajian alliance?
Yes, that sounds good.
Hey, Warren, I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't remember in my backstory if the reason I was taken was because I was accused of being in the Vale, or I was here to infiltrate because I was in the Vale.
I believe you were actually had been in contact with somebody in the Vale.
Okay.
In fact, I think you were a guard of somebody that had intimate connection to a Vale. Not necessarily a high up person in the Vale, but you were definitely implicated, and I think you had to make a hasty retreat.
Okay.
Got my leg. Guys?
Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome
Oh,
back,
yeah.
bud.
Yeah, I've always been here, dude.
I know.
I was just quiet.
Oh, one sec.
So, Ped, you are back, or were you listening?
Yeah. I
Were
was
you here?
listening.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
don't need a recap.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm still here.
Now I'm not sure if you just mean it or not mean it. 'Cause I was going to give you a recap of what was going on if you weren't here.
I was here, like I said, I just
Okay.
All right. So she motions over. She says, Nauhyotl motions for Jocus and Zakhara to look over at Chimali. She says, "You wish to undergo the trial to ensure that there is no defiler hidden among you?"
I guess that'd be the best choice.
Ah.
Yeah,
She
I'm
motions over to Nauhyotl and Cocotun. See to their wounds. Ensure that they are under their full abilities when they go in to the trial. She motions over and hands you over some fruits, and Nauhyotl uses his psionic ability, and everybody is under a full rest and full psionic refresh.
Yay.
Cool.
Kli'k's back up at full too.
So heal and
Heal and psionic restore.
hell yeah.
And you guys are able to rememorize your spells if you have any.
Well,
We all feel great. It's been a while. Since
It's been a while since we've been at full. It's been so long since we've been at full health. It's been like 3 months.
He moves
Yeah.
over to Fetl'Paro. During this trial, you must expend your magical energies. We will observe what occurs. You wouldn't lie to us about being a defiler, would you?
Nope.
why are you looking at me?
You mentioned you were the magical user. We believe you, but the trial will prove out that fact.
Do people on Dark Sun know the difference between cleric magic and
No.
sorcery?
I believe
Or
that's asking.
You
I
get
thought
the
we
sense
usually
you get the sense that clerical magic is so rare that it introduces a lot of questions to folks that see it
Okay.
witnessed. And it's generally not seen in the city states. It's generally only seen out in the wilds with like eventually once in a while you run across an old crusty druid that uses it, or you'll run into somebody that is a cleric. But yeah, it's still because magic is so outlawed, anything other than the way is looked upon with suspicion.
Okay.
Which is
I
what
wasn't
me and-
sure about the clerics.
Which is basically what me and
So
Jakku
that's up to you, Fetl'Paro. Fetl'Paro has been
Well,
an asset to our group and has helped us survive our confrontations.
well, silly test. I'll do it.
All right. She, once you all have rested, she motions over to this area of extreme deep vegetation. She says, "Go. You will go into there and you will find what you bring with you. Should you emerge, there will be a boon placed upon you. But should you not emerge, then the trial has made its decision."
Hmm.
Did she say that just to Fetl'Paro or all of us?
To all of you, she's speaking out loud.
Okay. Okay.
She wants us all to expend our powers.
She only mentioned that she needed to see anybody that uses magic to expend it
Ah.
because the trial would call upon that and judge whether there's defiling or not.
Sort of out of game. We just know that Haaku is just went silent and we haven't seen him or heard him, right?
Yeah, you saw him trace some of the tattoos on his arms, and then he disappeared
vanished.
from view,
Okay.
which you're not quite sure about, but you always sense that he might be around a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, Azzer will step towards.
All right, Jocus and Zakhara, what are you guys doing? Kli'k?
Um,
Can we go and help the people who are going through their trial, even though we don't have to?
They're looking to have the whole party go through the trial.
Oh, okay.
Before we go to trial, can I
Yeah.
talk to you? And I wish to talk to wise men.
All right, go. Kli'k, you can, and also Kli'k, you're up at full hit points.
I pulled the old man aside. I said privately, I'm not gonna do anything to you. Okay, I'm not talking to this Kli'k right now. I look at him and I tell him about my mirror.
Are you talking about Nauhyotl?
Yeah. And I tell him about what I've seen. And
You sound super far away.
Yeah, we have to be super quiet to hear you.
Right. Okay. So
There we go.
Much better.
I can hear better. Yep.
I look at him and I lose the whole stupid voice, and I say unto him, "My name is Kli'k. I am a representative of. Let me see here. Let me find his name is rather hard to pronounce. Okay. Haul Tezelo Opoch Coatl.
Ah, yes. He looks over at you. You, two eyes, ebon-skinned beast. May I enter your mind?
I would very much enjoy that. Some of the places are pretty black. I've seen some things, and I hold the mirror out. I've seen some things inside of this that are probably going to scare you. I am just warning you at this moment. Uh, so if if you could look back into my vision with me, we could both recognize what is there and why it has chosen me.
All right. He starts to, you can see the harbinger start flowing towards your mind. And as it does so, it morphs into what looks to be a very regal looking Thrycreen warrior. And you see that he is immediately discombobulated because he is now lying prone and he looks up at with alert. He can only move his antenna and mandibles. And as he's trying to move his arms and his legs, all he can do is dig his mandible in and move it. And you see basically this horrific battlefield where a singular head of Nauhyotl is pulling itself across the battlefield. It sees Alexander, who it recognizes as being a companion, and he looks over, and then you can also see that it looks back on itself, and its body is stone, which Nahyotl's eyes go wide with realization. And then he reforms into his human self and looks at you and says, "You have seen a vision of your worst fear. It weighs heavy on your psyche because there is a calling to you deeper instinctually than you may know at the surface. I can see your instincts calling out to seek out the savannah. There is a savannah of your people, and you carry one of their relics.
Did you see the tower?
The tower stood white and horrific in my vision. I do not know what the tower represents. Perhaps it is
I
the
am
center of your being.
I am
Oh,
very,
Alexander's here.
I am very
Oh,
sorry I am late. They called me and ended up they had me coming to work today,
oh, that sucks. All
and I accidentally forgot about it.
right, Alexander, we'll put you in. You were at full hit points and PSPs, Alexander.
So what did I miss?
Or might be some
Azure
trial
will
by
give you
combat.
the. Oh yeah, or Jocus will give you the. Somebody will give him the. There's Alexander.
Try the Google Docs and you can read through what I've typed so far.
Have you? Did you also see the very wicked dragon that was around?
Yes,
The one that shot fire at me.
yes. I do not know the meaning of this.
Who is that?
I think this is a struggle with your own racial past. You are a lone being of your kind. You have not interacted with others of your kind. Perhaps that fire in the tower is a burning desire of you to find out your kind and perhaps lead them. That relic you carry, and he indicates to that Chachka that's at your side,
I let him
is
see it. Yeah.
is strongly bound to the way, to your id, to the very being of your soul. Perhaps as you follow your clutch on this journey, you will find answers to the dream.
So you don't have any idea where the White Tower is?
I have not heard of any White Tower. Perhaps your companions have.
You spoke of the savannah. Do you think it might be there?
That could be. The savannah is but a myth. It stands out in your psyche as if you've seen it, but it looks deep in your psyche as if it's a racial memory of a time when perhaps your ancestors roamed across a vast plain of green. Green, not like this green that's here, but green that is of brown grasses and spindly trees.
one more question. A couple days ago, like I told you, I was looking at my shadow, my reflection off the sun, and it opened up for me, and I went through it. And when I came back, I look like this. What exactly happened?
That is a good question. I am not aware of the answer to that. There is others of you that have gone through this dark blackness?
Nope, just me.
Oh, I think Pid
I
went with
forget.
you.
Did I go
No,
through this or?
We all went through it.
we all
Pid,
went
you
through
went
it.
Yeah.
through.
I don't.
What
I
happened? What happened to Pid when he went through?
Um,
I don't remember.
I think he got. I think his axe gained the ability to come
Oh,
back to him.
yeah. I gained the ability to control my axe from it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I was the
So
other elf at the time.
yeah, but Pid also was. Oh yeah, that's right. Jocus is Chew. That's right.
Yeah, I was Chew.
Pid, you were able to throw that axe like super fast.
Well, he was
And
able to do that
Yeah.
before he
do they
got the ability to summon it back.
Kli'k was Kli'k.
Sorry.
He's unsure of why that happened, but you have a inkling that it might have had something to do with that relic that you carry.
um is my relic a branch to the other world?
You don't get the sense that it's a branch to the other world, but you do get a sense that when you went into that other world, that relic is really the only thing that kept you from being subsumed completely by it. It's almost as if you were mostly subsumed by it, but not completely.
I thank you, and I bow my head to him, and I put my hands to my face, like all of them do.
All four.
I put all four of my hands to my face, and I say, "Hey, me talking like this, and the manner which I'm talking of you is our secret. The rest of them don't know I'm like this. Okay?
All right.
Aren't we all connected right now? Or me, Jacuz, and
After you guys were heading towards where
Okay.
Azzer was heading, he had broken it off, and then Kli'k approached him at the
right.
falling.
I've been
Let's see.
I've been asked by let's try to pronounce the name again. Here's how the name's spelled: HUITZILOPOCHTLE.
Probably. I have no clue. Type it into the chat.
Okay, so I've been asked by him to watch over these warriors. He hasn't told me why. But he's also sent his eagles, which is actually his mark, by my side. Uh, Basically, he came to me in a, which is kind of strange because he doesn't actually come to people very often. He was
God.
in a blue jade armor, uh, his axe bright red, and his headdress is made of a hummingbird feathers. And he has eagles that fly around him, and they kind of watch over his followers for him. He is a warrior. Let me type the name in the hat inside of the and
Oh,
I know him because I have read things about him and his ancient civilization that died a long time ago.
Note for all y'all, or is it just me? Probably.
We can hear you.
Let me type his name in for you here real quick. I L
I
O.
can hear you at least,
Sorry,
Colin.
so much time, fellas. I
You're
just have,
fine.
just have some things to ask and to add. Being a writer, it's kind of like this for me. Okay, so yeah, so I typed
What?
it into the chat, I believe.
All right.
I think I typed it to the DM actually.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I'm just gonna refresh my internet.
Okay, go ahead.
He is the god of war. He's a lesser god, but he's the god of war. Okay.
Oh.
What does this lesser god of war look like?
He's covered in blue jade armor. He has a bright red axe, and his headdress is made of hummingbird feathers.
There we go. I think we're good.
Hey.
So this is our secret. I am here to watch over them for him for some reason. He hasn't told me why, because he doesn't talk very much, but he tells me I'm here to watch over them.
Did this vision have a long braid?
No. Well, yes, it did. On his
Huh.
left. Uh-huh.
There's a similar figure in my village who was the founder of it. We called him the Braided Warrior. His name long forgotten.
Right. Yeah. He so on his shield he has a picture of an eagle, or a picture of a bird. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
what he said. So
The only thing I remember of the Braided Warrior was that his
Right.
weapon is still at small water,
right. Okay.
where it lies to this day.
All right. I will show you a picture of him, gang. You guys are you guys are hearing my conversation. Whoever's hearing my conversation and talking to me, after I get done, I will tell you. It's not my place to act smart in front of you. My place is something else.
Okay.
Here's his name. Well, here's what he supposedly looks like. Let's see here. There he is, right there.
I should probably.
Yeah, you'll probably. So I hope I'm not metagaming, but this is like, God, that's a whip image. Fucking assholes. Yeah, I hate whip images. Web pictures that are freaking connected to a web page.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, they get on my nerves, man. So I'll go into the Dungeon Master thing, and here is his picture. And I hope I'm not metagaming with this, and you guys can kick me the fuck out if I spend too much time. I'm. God damn it! Did it save? Fuck yeah! There it is. Here he comes. Upload. That's him.
Ah.
Notice the snake.
Oh, I didn't have a snake.
Yeah.
Oh dang!
Yeah. I
That's
linked it
cool.
to my chakra.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I tell the old man, and I show him an image of who I worship or who has sent me on this journey. Okay.
All right. He looks at you and he says, I have heard of beings like this, spirits of the land. Perhaps during your upcoming or that relic that you carry, there is a racial memory deep within that may drive you to protect this clutch. The vision that you bring forth is one that is not familiar to me,
He's Bug
but
Daddy.
it screams of regality and strength.
Why did he pick me?
You, judging by your memory, you had entered into a place that had been cut off over ancient time, and then fought with those of your kind that sought death but did not find it. And there is some strange boon upon that relic you carry, and some strange curse upon that relic you carry. Perhaps there is a deeper meaning to that you have not yet uncovered.
So I'm pretty much just gonna straight out tell you I'm not a defiler.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I am not a defiler. Yes.
That is good that you do not use, but others of your kind, we must pass the trial before we can fully gain the trust of the mistress and her bodyguard.
As you know, if you harm my clutch, I will be very upset.
I
That
About that.
is definitely true.
Hey,
You can see
Fetl'Paro,
you can see Azzer moving forwards towards through this brush. Where are you going, Jocus?
Oh, I'm gonna follow.
All right, you got your little heads on your chain.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck,
I get up.
man.
Take your fly.
Don't sound
Can't
too
stand
excited.
it.
I
Yeah,
wanna,
Jocus in his balls.
I wanna leave them. Will we
Just
be
like
returning here, or is this like an exit?
We're going to trials.
All right, yeah, I'll
I-
take the fucking
I think Warren just made it clear that we're not going to be separated from these guys anytime.
hats. You guys
Come-
come forward.
I-
Come on.
I will join you. I will go by the big man and I'll join him.
I believe we
right.
accidentally made a pact with them when we fed them blood the first time.
that we accidentally made. That was Haaku. He accidentally made a very ill-defined and unclear deal with them.
So
Yeah, that was Haaku.
Alexander
okay,
just
we
has to
have
deal
use for
with it
them.
now.
Well, Kli'k,
It's okay,
Wow.
we have use for them.
Kli'k bound to clutch. Pick never leave. Ever.
Blake does feel a strong because you've been adventuring with these since basically you came into uh you've kind of gone from being a fully savage, unthinking beast to being, in fact, the only person you could communicate with at first was Azzer, who was a reaver and could speak Thrycreen, and you could
Well,
speak it
he could have it. He had an
instinctually.
innate understanding of like what he was trying to put out. Jin
Yeah.
was the only one who actually spoke Thrycreen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he could only speak with Jin at first, and then
He
Azure
slowly
learned
Yeah, I
Thrycreen.
learned some more. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Kli'k also eventually learned how to speak a broken common.
Yeah, so he can speak in a broken common. Although if you read his mind, which is Nauhyotl did, he can speak a little more because it's
Yeah.
it's kind of in that picture language. But Azure, you start cutting through the brush, and as you do so, you come to a pedestal, and on it is a solid blue gem that's encased in the rock, and the gem is gleaming.
Shiny.
Touch.
Hey, hey, Kli'k.
Yeah.
What trials do we have to do?
That's what we're doing right now.
Oh,
Stepping through the forest. All of us.
Yeah, you're basically in this underground catacomb, Alexander, and you've met up with a very powerful looking female named Chimali, and she has indicated that she is a at least an acquaintance of the person that you had met in Raam, where you had learned how to make your blade. And Cocotun looks to be a bodyguard of sorts who had fought in the Palace Gladiatorial up in the city of Draj before he escaped down here. And Nauhyotl is a strange kind of reserved character that doesn't say much physically, but you've seen him in some meetings, possibly of the mind, with some of the other characters.
I will get ahead of the party and I will start tracking through this catacombs. And I'll say to the group, "Kli'k me back in sec," and he starts to track.
All right, Kli'k. Go ahead and make your tracking roll.
Right.
All right, Kli'k. I will send you a note here.
Okay.
kind of what a ranger does, I think.
Yeah.
I know when I was playing D&D, we never really saw a ranger. He was always someplace else. Always off screen all the time.
Yeah, but with my psionic kit, I have some ranger abilities, like the animal empathy thing. Pretty cool.
Did you send that message, bud? Because I did not get it.
It's coming here in a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Zakhara's dead.
Zakhara died? Oh no.
No, we made it. He put an X on his thing. I made a joke that he died.
I'm pressing button. Oh, that's fine.
I did not get message.
You got
It
a
would be
message.
whispered in the roll 20.
Ah, you
That could be
fool. Le feu.
Le fuck.
No, le feu.
You are looking across a pillar to, because Kli'k, you start like just like mowing through, doing a ranger thing, and come up basically short right where Azzer is, and you see that right in front of you.
Okay. What this blue stone?
Well, you see, it's a
Azzer, you see
stone.
it too. Pid, where are you in Fetl'Paro?
Oh, like in the room.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You in the
I'm
back behind
still-
Alexander?
yeah.
Pid, you can increase your HP and psionics to full.
Oh yeah,
You're
you're at full
slightly under.
HP, Pid.
You're slightly under, so you can max that out.
Fuck
Can I
yeah.
try to contact
If-
the stone more?
Yes. You come up. You guys, Kli'k, you're moving silently through the brush.
What's my max psionics again?
I don't know.
All right, Jocus, you look at it and summon that feeling deep within your nexus of your being, and you try to reach out to the stone, and it's like reaching out to basically one of the heads. It feels like there is just a lead unweight there that you feel somewhat.
We
Yeah.
should probably let Zakhara give it a try now.
Touchy, touchy.
It's empty.
I'll just like wiggle my way through and just like
Yeah.
and just like touch the gem. Just
Kli'k be like, what? Do
All
it.
right. You guys see Zakhara wiggle through right as Kli'k is there silently, and Zakhara fades from view.
boop.
No
All
touch.
right.
Anyone
It's like-
else?
Zakhara is gone. Like
Oh,
literally, you saw him start to go fade, and now he is completely gone.
No
Now you
touch.
can put the X on him. I'm just joking.
I think I know what we're probably supposed to do.
Touchy, touchy.
Yeah. Azzer
Alexander
will
places
touch
his
it.
hand on the gym as well.
I will attempt to prevent Alexander from placing his hand on. I told you, no touch.
All right, you one of Kli'k's forehands shoots out and grabs your arm.
Dangerous place. You no go. Me first. Me.
Oh, once
Alexander picks up Kli'k and puts him on the orb.
Yeah, you have the strength for it.
I
There-
try.
is there like a pose strength check you have to do for that?
I think I have to do a strength check, and then he has to do one as well.
Right. I try to guard friend, and friend pick me up and throw me over.
The friend, you definitely guarded him. He just ignored your guard.
Right
no,
there.
it's not.
I think I crit.
okay. Yeah, all right, Jin, you
Wait,
attempt.
Jen isn't here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kli'k, I'm
You
sorry.
should change
Kli'k,
his name to Kli'k. You'll make it
Yeah.
a little more.
Kli'k, you attempt to prevent Alexander from picking you up, and Alexander easily handles you and basically picks you up by your back leg and dips you forward with your head on the stone. And all of a sudden, you see Kli'k disappear from view.
Well, you shouldn't mess with a person from small water. Place his hand on orb.
All right, Alexander, you disappear as well. Azzer, what are you doing? You just saw 4 people
Yep.
4 of your party members disappear.
I'll go along as well. I know this is just a trial, so
But
I'm trying
technically,
not
only
to.
3 disappeared.
All right, Alexander, you disappear. Jocus, what are you doing?
I touched the
Alexander disappeared twice.
I touched the crystal while yanking on the heads.
All right, you disappear, and the 2 heads at the other side, they show up, but they are screaming in pain, and all they're doing is wailing, and it's such a loud racket that now wherever you are is just hideously interrupted by exactly. That's exactly what you're hearing. Pid, you just saw Jocus disappear. How about you, Fetl'Paro?
Well, seeing as I need to save my friends, I have to go in there and save them.
Dutchy.
All right, Pid, you walk over and gingerly touch it,
I'll be
and
honest with you boys,
immediately
my throat actually hurts after doing that.
you
I
immediately
bet.
disappear. Fetl'Paro, what are you doing?
That hurt.
All right.
You
well,
are now
I
alone.
gingerly kind of tip forward. My God, because this is very dirty. Goodness me, all these.
You're a silt
pants.
priest. You're covered in silt.
That's
Why are you
true.
complaining about it being dirty?
This is
You are covered from head to toe in silt.
well. You can clean yourself with dust. You can't clean yourself with wet dirt and plants and yeah.
That's
what I
true.
mean.
That's true.
This now game,
Fetl'Paro
have you ever heard of a mud bath?
Fetl'Paro would more than
Mark,
likely love to see the soil that these plants are in become just a silt basin.
Did the priest?
Well, anyway, I'll go and touch it.
All right. Fetl'Paro, you fade from view, and all of a sudden everybody feels this strange kind of lurching in their stomach. And Kli'k, you're the first one out.
Wait, what?
Say it again, sir. I didn't not hear you.
Kli'k,
you are the first one out.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm so I come. Do I come to passing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Wait,
So you come too, and you had just had your basically face touched on the blue stone by having a contest with Alexander, who handled you like a bugsicle, but you're now standing in the most luscious thing that you've ever seen. There is high shrubbery to either side of you, and there looks to be a little bit of a narrow, about a 5-foot wide path leading directly to the south of you. And you're feeling extremely out of sorts here because you've never been in a jungle environment before, and this is extremely hot, humid, wet, and it is lit by a strange kind of glowing presence from above.
Kli'k think this totally is bogus. Kli'k think bogus bad. So I go to them and I'm, where are we?
You're alone.
Zakhara now.
You're alone right now.
He's only alone for a moment because Zakhara, you come through next, and then all of a sudden the rest of everybody just starts popping into view here.
Good. I hate being alone.
Why does my
Every time I teleport, I hate it even.
Jocus, you're walking through vegetation that is extremely thick. In fact, you can only move about 5 feet a minute in the vegetation that's not where the path is.
Alexander is looking around amazed.
Yeah, you are
because he has never seen this amount of plants anywhere.
You're completely blown out of your mind. Kli'k, you're kind of instinctually wondering what the hell to do.
Do I see the water?
You know what? Make a tracking check. Kli'k.
Oh wait, we're missing Azzer.
Azzer. Where's Azzer? There's Azzer. Oh wait, no, he's not there. There he is.
Thanks.
Hey, but for some reason, I am the only one that
Ooh,
always
Kli'k.
has to re-put in his PSPs whenever I move maps. Get
Oh, do
moved to a
you?
different map.
Let
Yeah.
me look at your character here.
Because when you brought me in, I didn't have the PSP bar.
Now you do?
Yeah, because I physically put it in.
Let me try put you back and see if there you go. I think I fixed it. All right, I'm gonna delete you and put you back. How's that, Alexander?
Okay, yeah.
Sweet.
I'm
All
showing
right,
up.
Kli'k. You had hit just before everybody, and you had managed to scout ahead and see that there is a body of water that is directly ahead of you.
Let me ask you this. This might sound like a stupid question, but do I recognize what water actually is? Have I seen water before?
Great question.
That is he. Yeah, I think he
Yes.
was with us when we ended up taking a dive into a cursed lake.
Yep. Kli'k. This is the second time you've seen a big body of water.
Okay. So Kli'k is like, Kli'k going to test lake. See not curse, and he dives into the water.
Well, you could just dip your hand in it and drink it.
Kli'k not like that. Kli'k hyper person. Kli'k jump in the water.
All right. Kli'k, you dive into the stream, and as you do so, it's different than the last stream that you dove in. It is only about 3 feet deep, so you're only coming up to your mid-thorax. And you're basically standing there, and there is a pathway that leads off to the water, off to the other side.
So I have no idea what happened, but my Discord.
I come out of water and I tell him water good, not cursed. We can.
Wow, you jumped into the river all the way from where your character currently is.
He can leap pretty far.
Yeah, that's true.
I forget what Kli'k's leaps. Jocus, what'd you say?
I have the heads right, and they're screaming.
So Jocus, okay, you make it. All right, you start wading through this thick brush, and you come up to a tree. What are you doing?
And I have the heads, and they're screaming, right?
Yeah, they're fucking going crazy. They hate this area.
So I tell them if they don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna tie them here and leave them here forever.
Nice.
They look at you, and their eyes, you can see that their eyes are the whites of their eyes. If you ever seen somebody with bloodshot eyes, these creatures have black shot eyes. So the veins on their eyes are black because they're screaming with such rage and pain and agony. And they look at you with those black shot eyes, and they're trying to keep themselves quiet, but they cannot do so.
I start tying them to the tree.
All right. All right, you start looping the chains around this tree.
I'll add
and,
rope to it to help it out.
All right. They start tugging on it and reaching down with their teeth. And Jenny, do you have any sort of ability that can create anything, or do you have, or does that, or you might have to try and formulate something.
I have hunting.
Wait, I know.
Can
Hey,
Zakhara come
kid.
here and try to bind it? Oh, I can bind the fucking chains to the tree. I'll do that.
All right.
I've got molecular bonding. I think it's called.
I can create.
All right. Let me know what that does. And Zakhara, you wouldn't be able to get through there without Pid's help, because Pid's the only one that can burst through that.
I can't push through the foliage; it's too dense for my little body.
Yeah.
He pushes
Alright.
on it, gets flung back into the other foliage, and it starts being slingshot it back and forth between them because he's.
Giant need help. Giant friend need help.
It seems like it would make your attached knots weaker, Jocus.
I think they can make it stronger too. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it says it on there, but
I'm gonna hop onto
Can you
Pid's back for
strengthen
now.
the thing's molecular bonds?
I think I can.
it
just,
should be
like,
both.
join two surfaces.
You're just
together, kinda
changing.
like
You're
glue.
changing the molecular bond.
It's
Molecular
no.
manipulation.
No, that's the wrong one. Mike, I'm reading. It's the wrong text. I'm sorry.
All right.
I put the wrong text in there. Let's try this.
There it is.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, no, you can just do
All right,
that, huh?
Jocus, go ahead and make the attempt there. Pid carries Zakhara crashing through the forest over to where Jocus is, and Pid, you can see Jocus is trying to. All right, Jocus, you hit a MAC of 8. All right, you managed to bind
Oh,
the rope
God.
chains to the actual tree bark, and you can see that the heads are reaching through the baskets while they're making that wailing, screaming sound that that Pika was making. It's just a horrific howling sound. Zakhara, what are you thinking about doing?
Gosh, I don't know how I do this. I don't have sand anymore. I don't have free will to do all this stuff. Let's see.
Well, we could probably just leave them there.
I could cryokinesis and freeze one of them until they're completely frozen solid.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe both of them.
All right.
Or I could create object and force a gag over their mouth or into their mouth almost.
I can bind the cages together so
A
they're
soundproof
facing each
cage.
That'll work.
other.
All right. What are you trying to do, Jocus?
I want to turn the cages and make them like they're kissing and bind it that way, so they can only see each other forever.
All right. Go ahead and make your check there. Oh yeah, all right, Jocus. You reach down into the nexus of your being, and you wrench those two cages around. Meanwhile,
Hold on.
Zakhara, what are you gonna do? You're trying to gag them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and gag them with I'm gonna try and gather up some of the foliage maybe with create object and just
All
stuff
right.
it into their mouths before they're joined.
All right, go ahead and make your check.
Zakhara.
Did I not put a macro on that?
Zakhara.
Hold on. Oh, I pressed the wrong macro. That's why.
Pid stuffed you down underneath the. Okay. Oh yeah. All right, Zakhara. All right, you managed to create basically these strange gag-like things out of all of this foliage, and the wailing, screaming has gone down to where you can't really hear it once you get back on the path. It looks like it's gonna last probably for about 30 minutes before they manage to chomp through it and spit out all the disgusting stuff. So you got about 30 minutes of silence.
Okay, let's hurry up and get out of here so we can leave. So we can possibly leave the heads here.
I don't think that's an option.
All right,
Kli'k.
Kli'k, you can see at the other side of the river there is a bit of a pathway open.
I will lead on, sir. Kli'k go first. Rest of you follow.
He leaps over an entire river.
Yeah. Kli'k go first. You all follow behind.
I can make a bridge.
Right.
Or we could just walk. Do you want me to carry you across so you don't have to step in the water?
I think Pid's got Zakhara.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Pid,
I got Zakhara.
Pid currently has me.
All right, Kli'k, you managed to make it across the river, and As you do so, your hackles start to raise a little bit. Meanwhile, Azzer, Azzer, what are you doing?
I will call out if anyone's there, or with my mind kind of think.
Hello.
By the way, meanwhile, I'm gonna.
Well, Kli'k.
There's so much water.
Yeah,
Azzer
Fetl'Paro,
will.
You have never been submerged in it, have you?
I want to drink.
The water is clear, free flowing, and you guys all feel a little bit discombobulated, almost as if you're not. I mean, it's almost as if gravity is maybe only 98% as strong here. So it almost feels like you're in
Lighter.
some sort of different existence in a way.
Hey, Alexander jumps as high as he
I'm
can.
looking around. Is this what it's supposed to be like?
Yeah,
I don't-
Fetl'Paro, you're a little bit weirded out because you love silt, and there's no silt here.
I feel like this was made for tall people.
Jocus is just gonna put his mouth in the water and just start drinking as much as he can.
I was gonna join him on
All
that.
right, you guys are all just like
You know, like-
joyously drinking as much water as you can, except for maybe Fetl'Paro. What are you doing, Azzer?
Azzer
Like,
kind of
gingerly
feels
touch
a
the water,
sense that he hasn't felt in weeks, and uses his psionic ability to try summoning. He vaguely feels, or
All right.
thinking of Jibba.
There's a sudden rush and a growl, and you guys see that the cat companion that has been away all of a sudden leaps out of the bush and tackles Azzer to the ground and starts licking his face. And Jibba looks to be quite a bit bigger than you last saw her, Azzer.
Is this what
Jibba, wow, you have grown. It is great to see you, my friend.
How
Jibba,
long were we in there, in that dark place?
At least 3 months.
I don't know everything. Yeah, it's been a while.
yeah, you guys have been in
Since
that
Raam,
dark
mate,
place
or
quite a long time when you went through the shadow plane because you covered
But
quite a
it
bit of
was-
distance.
Plane has no time. I don't know.
That's true, and the thrycreen is not a very long-lived creature.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Kli'k, you have crossed the river and you're on this path. And as you're on this path, you start to get a uncanny sense that something might be looking at you.
Well,
I quietly go across the path again. And, well, I quietly try to go across the path again. And I go up to the group and something there, something looking at me across the path.
Alexander's gonna start trudging across the river.
All right. Alexander, you get up to where Kli'k is, and you can see Kli'k is motioning that he senses that there's something, he feels something out of place, maybe watching you or looking upon you.
Can I look at the ground and see if I can see any footprints or something of that nature?
Make a hunting check.
Okay.
All right, Kli'k.
I gingerly step into the water.
All right, Fetl'Paro, it's the
Oh,
weirdest
no.
thing you've ever felt. All the silt that was caked up on your feet washes away, and now you have clean feet.
Oh, that's cold!
How deep is the
Oh
water?
my goodness, cold!
Oh, hey, Fetl'Paro, come here.
Oh no.
You want to see? You want to feel cold? Alexander puts his hand on it and dunks Fetl'Paro into the water. Do we need to make strength checks?
All right, No, you can manhandle
across the
Fetl'Paro like the
river.
Kli'k. I sent you something.
I'm really skinny.
How deep is the water?
3 feet.
At the
Oh.
deepest part, it's 3 feet.
Yeah, that goes above my head. No, wait. I am. I am. Let me double check. I believe I am like 3'7" as halfling.
You're 3'7". That's
I
a
think so. Yeah, I'm
You're just
3'7".
Up to your
That's
neck.
enough.
I'm basically up to my nose.
you still can't breathe though. So you
It's
need to
okay,
stay
I'll
on
hold you,
on
you
pitch.
over my head so you can
Wait.
Well,
breathe.
Fetl'Paro, welcome to the officially welcome to the group. You have now been dunked in water.
Azzer, can I mind link with the animal?
This is
yeah,
Jocus.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, you can if you want. He is wild. He is a wild animal. She is a wild animal. But
Yeah, and we should probably after that we should probably get moving.
I haven't talked with an animal in a long time.
I will go ahead, stealthily, and I will tell people in back of me to just stop a little bit. I'll stop. Me go. Me see track. And then I roll. That'd be tracking, all right? Yeah. There's my
Oh,
track.
just barely.
Yeah, just barely.
All right, Kli'k. You see what looks to be a footprint off, and you can see once Pid is coming over, he can see over top of all of this vegetation. And everybody, Pid, Kli'k, actually. Hold on one second. Roll for initiative as the plants start to move, almost as if the whole forest is coming to life. And then all of the sudden, there is a greenish forest-looking creature come out of the area, and
Thank God.
How do I roll for initiative on this sheet, sir?
Go to weapons.
decide what you wish to do, and then there's an initiative button on it. So if you go to if you're gonna hurl your Chachka,
Right.
you can click on that, and there's an initiative button there.
Right. So I will. This will be my Chachka's got a +2, so then what you roll.
The initiative will be factored in on that. The whole thing is
Right. Jesus Christ, really?
Oh yeah, and in this version, getting low initiative is actually a good thing.
Yeah, you're going first.
Yep, you're going right after Pid. So Pid, you come.
You should.
Pid,
don't you have to roll
come,
for the enemies? Or
yes, I do. Sorry, my bad.
Oh shit! Yeah, it is time.
hurl the axe.
So Pid, you walk out of the right as Kli'k screams out a warning. You see these massive greenish humanoid things coming out of the bush, and Pid, you react like Pid always does because Pid saw him first. What do you want to do, Pid?
Wait for my sheet to load, and it's about to go down.
Hurl the axe. It stuffs out, gets hit with a fucking axe.
What happens
I
is
shall
like
roll
Pid
to hit.
normally kind of moves about kind of slowly, but instant danger rears its ugly head. Pid like moves his hand to grab that axe and hurl it so fast that it literally nobody can even see it happen.
He's like the Flash when it comes to hurling.
He literally
that axe.
is. He's literally like the Flash when it comes to that axe.
All right, roll to hit. Oh!
Oh, all right, Pid. Which one did you hurl it at?
This one.
All right, you hit this 9 foot tall greenish looking thing that's got scintillating skin. And yes, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage, Pid.
Roll for small, medium, or large.
Large. He's a large. He's just about a foot shorter than you.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You hear this big crack as the axe bites in, and you see little shards of looks like greenish glass crystal break off of this thing and fall to the forest floor.
Oh.
Oh, oh, you didn't do that much damage.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
No, it is fully healed.
There you go. All right.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Yeah, the axe
Myself looks
makes
like a
this loud
lightsaber.
crash. Kli'k, meanwhile, you're in between two 9 foot tall things that just emerged from this foliage.
I will take my metal chachka and I will just whip it around across my head so I can hit maybe both of them.
You get 2 throws with it,
Yeah, you get 2 throws, so hurl it
And
at
it-
the first one first.
and your metal Chaska comes back. And unlike regular Chaskas, when it hits, it will come back to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, here's the first one. So I'll throw it in a circular pattern so it comes back to me and maybe hits both of them. Is there any way I can do that?
Nope, you'll have to make a second attack to the second one.
Okay. Here's the first one.
AC of 1. Which one were you attacking?
One on my left.
All right. This guy, right? Oh, that's your right. My bad. All right. Your Chachka hurls and you throw it as hard as you can, catching and it goes right around, and the thing supernaturally ducks out of the Chachka's way, and it returns to your outstretched hand. You can make a second attack.
I will make the second attack at him.
All right.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Oh, crit!
Oh.
Oh, now you got to roll on the table.
That'd be a 6. Oh boy, forget which one that is. That's the.
You can check on the sheet for your
I think is that the
Chachka.
blood one? That's the blood one, I think. God, I'm just getting orientated to this sheet, so give me a couple seconds. Snakehead Stone. Snakehead withers and focuses on target's eyes. A target must make a save versus petrification.
Oh shit! All right. So basically, the Chachka whirls out of your hand, click, and you can seal it sailing true. And you see one head of the snake reach out and bite into this thing's emerald's flesh. And as it does so, the creature looks at the snake eyes, and then you can see its eyes widen in what looks to be fear in this weird, strange automaton. And as it does so, it has to stay versus petrification.
Yeah. Target save versus petrification.
All right. Ooh, we got a 50% chance. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, there's a
All right, it fails. So what happens?
Target turns a stone in 1d4 rounds and suffers -2 to attack, -2 to damage, cumulative per round of stone.
Oh shit. Okay, so roll 1d4.
Yeah, let me roll 1d4. Please be 1. Please be 1.
Oh, it turns into in one round. It will
All right.
at you.
All right, this thing, you can see its eyes widen, and then its eyes that are yellow, they turn a very dull grayish as your Chachka's snake-headed charm starts to mow upon this automaton's thing, and it's got one round before it's down.
Right,
All right.
I will tongue kiss my.
All right.
God.
All right, you clean off the Chachka of all of its glittery emerald shards, and Jibba's turn.
Wonder how far Jibba can jump.
Jibba can leap pretty far. She could leap probably
Could
about
she
15
jump over
feet.
that?
She could jump over that.
I guess so, yeah.
She could jump from that rock to that rock, yes.
Cool. All right, she'll do that and
She probably gets the bonus moving through the. Isn't
run
impeded
after
moving
this
through
one.
the foliage. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is her home terrain.
All right.
Good
Let's
job.
see. I just roll. I forget which buttons to push here. Attack 1. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
she
which one
gets-
is the hitting and which one is
She
the
gets
damage.
4
Just
claw attacks and
front
1.
attack.
Nope, that's damage. You got to roll Thaco.
Okay.
Oh God,
To see if I hit first. All right. There's the first paw.
Let me-
Probably
All
not.
All right, it bounces off as the Tygone jumps at this thing and attacks it with 4 claws and a bite. All right, miss.
Uh-oh. She's not going to do very well.
Oh,
maybe.
hits
What
with
was
the
it?
4th claw. Manages to catch a claw right
The
in the
back
back
paw.
of this thing's calf.
Oh, that one didn't work.
And then damage.
Just do attack 1, I guess.
Ooh,
4
4
damage.
All right, and then her
And
bite.
then the bite.
Thaco again. That is a
Nope.
miss. She tries to bury her teeth into the things, but the hardness of this thing's stone exterior prevents it. Alexander, go ahead.
Alexander's gonna move to right here,
All right.
and he's going to strike with his obsidian steel katana.
All right.
Shit.
Ooh. All right. This thing gets a free attack on you, Alexander. It basically back kicks the Tygone, reaches forward, and as you try to hit it with the obsidian steel katana, it takes its fist and tries to ram it right down your fucking throat. AC of 4.
That would hit if I did not have the shield.
All right.
Nice.
All right. You just managed to duck back, and this big, massive fist just clangs into the shield and just bounces off of it with this resounding thud. All right, Alexander, you're still up.
Gonna try to hit him with the obsidian steel katana again.
All right. It basically puts its arm up and thrusts your katana out of the way, and you miss.
Heart piercer.
All right, you whip your head around and try to thrust the heart piercer around.
Oh.
And as you do so, you hear this little think as it bounces right off of this thing's steely, emeraldish armor. Jocus, what do you wish to do?
I want to give.
You saw the forest come alive, and then you could see just scintillating things coming out of the trees, basically raised up.
I want to give Pid some of my strength.
All right.
So I'm going to
You
sacrifice
reached.
Oh,
8
okay.
points to give him a strength of 25.
All right, you reach down into the nexus of your being and try to cast your strength over. And yes, you managed to. All right, how much strength are you sacrificing?
8 of my own strength.
Oh shit! All right, Pid. Pid, you have a 25 strength.
Oh.
All right,
Zakhara gets a
Zakhara.
little bit higher while sitting on Pid's
Zakhara,
shoulder.
you see Pid basically swell up like he's a friggin' watermelon, and his head looks like a grape on top of a watermelon because his delts are so beefy now that literally, like, you're like tap dancing on top of this thing's muscles because he literally has more muscles than you've ever seen on a living creature in your life.
Well, actually, he's seen Azzer like that.
That's true. He has seen Azzer like that, but Azzer wasn't this tall.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
guess
have a clip that sums up this beef.
my
beef up.
ability is basically a reverse slow burn, but I'm gonna try and cryokinesis the one with higher health.
All right.
Who
Go ahead
Alexander didn't do any damage to.
Go ahead and make the attempt.
Yay!
Ooh, all right. So that effect happens. So what does cryokinesis do?
Right now, all that happens is that he just starts
This
getting
is
colder.
literally me.
Next round, he'll start taking damage.
Okay. All right. So you start causing the stony exterior of this thing to start getting cold. And you can see that it's got kind of a frosty patina on it now as you are focusing all of your mind's energy on just sucking all of the heat out of this thing. And as you do so, it is starting to get colder and colder, which what's a good symbol for that? Let's use that symbol. There we go.
I thought there was a snowflake symbol.
Is there a snowflake symbol?
I don't think so.
I
You
remember
put a
you
blue
used it on
dot.
one of the plants.
This one will
How
work.
about that?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that will work.
All right. This thing steps forward and you know what? It opens its mouth and vomits out this.
Excuse you? Excuse-toi?
Does it vomit it out on me?
It vomits it out
That's better.
right here.
It's
Wait.
Wait, this guy is?
I don't see where.
Oh,
Oh, that's not pleasant. It
Oh.
barely misses me.
but it's both Fetl'Paro.
Oh, Fetl'Paro.
It's Fetl'Paro in the face.
All right, it's Kli'k,
no.
Fetl'Paro, and Pid.
Oh God.
Oh god!
Kli'k, Fetl'Paro, and Pid.
That's
You guys
nice.
see a green bolt of energy lash out of this thing's mouth, basically like a lightning bolt. And save versus spell.
Mouth.
At least, well, Pin, at least you didn't get hit in the face like Fetl'Paro did.
Fetl'Paro's not having a
How
good
do I
day.
save?
save.
Go to.
I'm burning.
Yep.
So how do you
Info
Go to
tracker.
what?
how do you save versus spell, sir? One more
It's
time.
info. Then you go to tracker, and it's the first thing on the right.
Okay, save. Yes, save versus
Tracker?
spell. Come on, I don't want to eat puke.
Oh, too
Ah,
bad.
spell.
Yeah, a 7.
All right.
Oh!
Kli'k did not save.
I don't think anybody
Oh, I
did.
need to click on myself.
What about who else? Fetl'Paro, did you save?
How does
I
how
don't
does
think I saved.
how is the save
Give me a sec.
calculated?
The save is whatever level you are.
What?
There's a. Let me show you. Make sure you guys are using the right number. Let me.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
See your target there. That's the number that you have to roll or higher.
Yep, you have to roll that or higher.
Huh? So I actually rolled a 9 because I got the +2. Didn't figure it in the +2.
Okay, but you needed a
Is
13
my
or better.
roll showing up?
No, not for us.
It's still missed, but
It might be
God
showing up
damn
for
it.
Warrant, though.
Nope, didn't show up for me.
Okay, so reroll, Colin.
I'm trying. It's just,
What level are you, Colin?
So I'm level
Hang on.
6. So I guess my save versus spell is 14.
You're a priest.
I'm level
priest,
6.
Level 6.
Yeah.
Your saver spell is 14. Yep.
Oh,
And Colin, your level 4. What level are you, Colin?
6.
I know it
6.
doesn't apply to me.
Yours
but,
is 14 as well. Yep. You guys could just roll a die 20, and if you get a 14 or better, you save.
I found it. Saving
Alrighty.
throw.
Alright. So D20. So D20.
Yep. You need a 14 or better.
Mine's 12 now.
Good luck.
Alright.
Ooh, Pid does not save. He gets just
Oh
rocked.
no, buddy. Oh
Pid
no.
gets Pid's friggin' delts just get rocked as
Oh no,
as the
Zakhara
lightning
gonna fall
bolt.
into the water.
I'm fine.
He will if Pid gets rocked.
Oh god.
Oh!
And
get beamed in the leg, don't
Fetl'Paro,
I?
Fetl'Paro, we want to see how much damage this does to you guys.
Let's see. I'm clicking on the dice thing, but it's not sending anything.
Just roll a die 20. That's fine.
All right.
well, it's
Oh.
okay to save
Because
now.
we know you got to get a 14 or better since
So
you're
you got
level
to save.
6.
Make a save, man. Somebody's got to get one at least. There we go.
Oh,
I
Fetl'Paro
think I made it.
saves. So Fetl'Paro, you only take half damage.
Yeah.
That damage.
What the
Ow!
fuck?
Jeez.
What the hell did you do to them? Well, we had
didn't
full health.
Ow!
Oh, just because I, petrified somebody doesn't mean to. Holy crap!
So if you saved, you take 20. If you did not save, you take 41.
Did you max?
Mm,
He maxed a few, and
I've maxed and I missed a few, but this guy's got a big.
it does
friggin' attack.
8d8 damage.
Jesus, Jesus.
The
he's
green
a-
just indicates that some of them were maxes,
Ow.
not everything was maxed.
he's
Yeah.
No, that's what the blue does.
He's an 8-hit die creature. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wait, did y'all get? Wait, was there knockback associated to this?
Nope. It's just it literally shocks right through you and electrocutes you. This
Wow.
thing runs up and aims a punch at Kli'k and a kick at Alexander. And it's moving slowly, so yeah,
Tell me that's the one that I paralyzed.
that is. This is basically his
turn.
only attack. he
He's
ever
being
gets.
petrified.
On
All
your
right,
next
Kli'k.
turn, you'll freeze.
Kli'k.
Yeah, he hit me.
Ooh, he punches you so hard that literally your face almost comes out your thorax for
God.
26 damage.
What did you
Ow.
do?
It's like healer, somebody please.
That's a
And
4d10.
Alexander, AC of 2?
Who?
The shield's a +3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see.
and my AC is currently 4, so that would mean
You need your
That-
AC is a 1
That would
then.
mean that would.
yeah. So it misses.
All right, you managed to throw the shield up, and the boot or the foot hits the shield, and basically hits this large clang, and you do not get hit. So,
I
what are
am-
you at for hit points, Kli'k?
5. I am at 5.
Oh, do
Yeah,
you know how
can't
to
see
do?
his
Oh, yeah,
bars.
you're at 5. Okay. Oh shit, Kli'k.
27. Well, the first one was 41 minus 79 is. Let me see. Math is bad. 30 something.
So
30?
hold on a second. Minus 41, right? And then you took another 26.
Yeah.
So you're at 12. Okay.
Yeah, 79 to 12.
All right, Fetl'Paro, you're up.
Yeah, I don't know if they have this or not. I forget this edition has the whole. If you take massive amounts of damage during your round, you have to do some save or something like that.
No, you don't. No, you don't have any of that. But if you hit 0, you're dead. Unless, well, actually, -10, you're dead.
No,
but,
-10.
yeah.
Okay.
But you do see Kli'k
Bleeding
that
out.
as this thing punched you, its fist, as it knocked you out, basically knocked you out, its fist stopped moving, and it's basically in a stop petrified mode. Fetl'Paro, what do you want to do?
Well, let's see. I think I can do Cure Serious. Cure Serious, that's a 3rd level spell, right? I think.
Yep,
Ooh.
but you have all your spells back.
Click
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think I don't see
You have that?
the Cure Serious things on the drop down list, but I was gonna put that in.
All right, you'll have to move up to him, but you can definitely cast that on him.
Yeah, you
Alright.
can reach that.
Cure Serious does how much does it restore?
I think it's 3d8.
I think you're right.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, you can move up to him and do that if you wish.
Any little bit will do, man. As you go up there, you can hear Click moaning about his liver and stuff.
You basically duck under this massive green thing that is now turning dullish gray. And go ahead and roll your healing damage or your healing amount.
Your
there,
reverse
Fetl'Paro.
damage.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Kli'k, you get 8
that
points back.
Ah, yes, reverse math.
All right, Azzer. You just saw the forest come alive and these big green shiny creatures come out and just decimate Kli'k, and there was a huge lightning clash.
But I got
Come
one.
on, Bugman, we don't belong here at all.
So I noticed that one is kind of looks like it
It looks
slowed
like
down.
it looks like Kli'k when he
You lose.
turns to stone.
All right. I'll go over to this one.
All right.
Azure pulls out his
A cat.
Yes.
dragon's
It's
paw,
Jibba. It's Jibba, y'all.
swings. AC of -9
Oh, that is a hit. Big hit.
for a large damage.
Yes.
11 damage.
All right. You take a massive crystalline shard off this thing's body.
Swings with the
Right at its hip.
backside.
Ooh,
Does it
-10. That's another big hit. All right. So you just basically run in savaging
For another
this thing
10.
and start just taking big crystal swaths off of this thing. New round. Everybody roll for initiative.
Yay.
This
heard
thing
it's
is
dead.
now
Oh,
this thing is now completely stonified. It cannot no longer move.
Misty, I can't click buttons when you're in my way, you stupid cat.
Damn it. My thing got set off. I had an 8.
I got a 9.
You have
A
an
lot of
8,
people got a
Alexander. I'll
9.
put you in there.
Yeah.
Alexander had an 8. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
Wow, a lot of us rolled 9s.
How hurt is Pit?
Yeah.
Pid's he got rocked by that lightning bolt, but he's stronger than a titan, so Pid, you're up first. Oh wait, where's Kli'k? Oh, there's Kli'k. Kli'k's got a 9. Okay. All right, Pid, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna summon back my axe.
All right.
I'm
And
not
you can
getting anywhere near those things.
You're the strongest thing that ever existed. Are you sure you don't want to like hit one with your
I think he
Loadless?
met his match.
You know what?
He got
Yeah.
traumatized
Strength of
by the
25.
spell breath attack.
You'll be fine.
I'm not,
I've got
I
something to
set
help you.
I set Zakhara down, grabbed
Alright.
my loadless,
You set him in the middle of the
And-
river.
No, I'm.
Is it possible to throw my loadless at it?
No, but you could
Wait, I
walk
got
up there.
bonus attack.
You could
Walk
walk
up
up there
and
and
hit
beat
it.
it. You can walk through that foliage because you're so big.
Pound
Yeah.
that shit.
I'm gonna charge it and
All right.
ram my loadless through this one.
Nah, this one. That one's
one's stone.
stone.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
Oh.
Roll to hit.
That's good. I'm
Pid.
doing this one.
What's the plus to hit on a 25 strength?
I think it's a +9.
Probably a lot.
+9. Okay. Roll.
Does it
Add a 9
automatically
to
as long as
your,
he puts it in the.
It should.
add a 9 to hit, Pid.
I think it's +14.
Alright, give me a
for
sec for my
damage.
character sheet to load.
Plus 14? What
Yeah.
the hell?
+14 for damage.
Wait, plus 14 to my hit?
To
Yeah,
damage,
no, no.
No, +9 to hit.
Yeah.
+9 to
Oh,
hit.
plus
Pid.
9 to my weapon. Okay.
Yep.
So I charge up. Let loose my
Put your strength into it.
caveman battle cry and proceed
Alright.
to ram my loadless through this thing's forehead.
All right.
And
You're all muscle. You
We're
can barely
anxious.
see. You can barely see Pid's head.
Hang on, where's that Broly picture, Colin?
Meanwhile,
I
Jocus
can
is sitting over there,
find it.
basically like a stick
know.
figure. Jocus is sitting over there, basically as like a stick figure scarecrow with a giant head. Oh, Pid, that is a giant hit. Yes.
now you get what? +14 to damage? Is that what y'all said?
Yeah,
I'm never
+14.
gonna hit it. I'm never gonna hurt anything.
And plus 14.
Oh, shit. Okay. Pid, you hit it so hard
Nice.
that you chop off its right arm and its right leg. It's standing on one leg trying to punch at you weakly, and you get a second attack.
Yeah!
God.
Bone loadless!
You know what's funny is that my attack would probably kill it next turn anyways.
All right, Pit, go ahead. Roll to hit. Oh, that's another hit.
It's dead. It's dead. It's his base damage just does it. But roll it anyways.
Steamroll of 64. That would be awesome.
Or no, he'll just roll a 36.
All right, Pid, roll a die 20.
That's just damage.
Ooh, all right.
14.
You hit the thing so hard with your Lotalus that your Lotalus almost shatters, but it manages to stay intact because your Lotalus. Wait, is your Lotalus magic?
No, I
Oh,
don't think
sorry.
his Lotus is magic.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh.
You hit it so hard that your Lotalus almost broke, but this
Still up.
thing is looking like it damaged, but it regenerates instantly when you
Oh.
hit it.
Damn it. Stupid thing. Magical gold beast. Jibba!
So you hit it so hard that you almost broke your Lotalus pid, but it regenerates immediately as you hit it because your weapon does not seem to do permanent damage to it.
No!
Jibba.
Oh no.
Andrew's gonna call
Like I
out to
need my
Jibba to see if he'll go take out the other one.
All right.
The other one's stone.
Yep, he's gonna work on it.
All right, go ahead, attack.
There we go.
Is it completely petrified yet?
AC
Yeah,
of
it cannot move.
10.
Ah.
That is a miss.
Negative
That's a
3.
hit. Yep, that's a hit.
4. This is the front paw. 2. Minimum. All
Wait.
right.
Jibba doesn't have magic attacks, does he? Does she?
No.
Jibba's a natural attacker, but her claws are equivalent of a. Let me look at her stat block. She's equivalent of a +2 or better or less
Oh.
weapon.
Okay, so the damage is permanent.
Yep.
All right. The one of the back paws.
Yes, that is a hit.
Doesn't really say how long he's turned to stone for. He's just turned to stone.
Yep, he's turned to stone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a threat right now. We could take care of him later.
And that
In
is a
her
miss.
bite.
That is
6.
a miss. All right,
7
Alexander,
total.
you just saw Pid just lay waste to this thing, and it looked like he almost shattered it, but it just reformed itself and came at you again, and is now going to try and annihilate Pid.
So
Okay,
you
Alexander is gonna hit. He's obsidian steel katana.
That is a big hit. Yes. What's your obsidian katana? Is it magical?
Yeah, you said it was a
+1.
yeah. At the moment, it was +1. But I can reforge it next time I.
All right. It is a +1. Okay, go ahead. Roll damage. All right. You hit it with the katana, and you felt like it bit in deep, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you had put forward with your hit. But it's not regenerating like it was with Pid.
Okay, swinging it another time.
Ooh, that's another hit.
Hmm.
16.
16. All right. It looks like it
15.
sinks in, but it's not quite as much damage as you thought it would be from that amount of hit.
And then the heart piercer.
What's the heart piercer at?
I know it's a magical weapon because it provides me the health.
Let me look at it real quick here. That might be equivalent of a. Does
Yeah,
it give you a
because
plus
I
to
don't
hit?
think you put it on. The
Or is it just your normal 2 hit? What's the damage when you normally hit with it?
a D6.
Let me look at it real quick here just to make sure.
That's what I roll for it.
Counts. Oh yes, that counts as yep. So that your heart piercer works in any capacity that would require a magical weapon. It's similar to Pid's axe.
2.
AC of 2. That is a miss.
Oh.
All right, Kli'k, you're up.
I think my magic. I think I do have a magic weapon. I'm
Your
Your
Chachka.
Chachka's +2.
okay. So I will Chachapska. So let me get this straight. The guy that I had stoned is not stoned anymore, right?
He is completely stoned. He can no longer
Yeah.
move. He's reaching down to, like, he had made that punch, and then his body had turned to that grayish stone that is the same color as your eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You,
I
you
will.
can bite him.
I will turn to the other one, and I've got tears in my eyes because because after what's his face hit him, I thought it was beautiful. Brought me to tears. I will
You both now have matching. You and that Emerald Golem now have matching eyes.
right. So
Oh,
I will-
hold on 1 second before you do
Yeah,
that.
I'll be right
Just-
back. I gotta feed my cats.
So wait, is that thing stuck on? Is the one that's petrified? Is it stuck on like 1 foot because it punched him and kicked at me?
I'll be right back. I just need a quick feed with the cats.
We heard you.
I think the DM.
I had to step away for a minute.
Bum, 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 bum.
Thank God I did not miss it. This.
Bum, 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 bum. Mr.
I-
Sandman.
I am really glad I have this shield.
Yeah, that helped too.
It makes me. I am taking a whole lot less damage than I normally would.
I don't remember the lyrics.
So did you guys all play D&D when you were young?
I've only gotten into it in like the past 4-ish years,
Okay.
and I've only gotten really into it in like the past year or so. No, 2 years.
I've been playing since.
Both you and me, Thomas, were in the Dungeons and Dragons club at our high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 1 year it was actually there.
Until that bitch of a librarian kicked us out.
I've
You guys are too loud. Even though there's nobody else in the fucking library.
And she wouldn't let us go into the one place it wouldn't have been loud.
Oh, that's the study corner. You can't use that.
No
Fuck it is. There's nobody who's ever used it that way.
I've been playing since '85 now. 19.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a.
I still got my red book. Matter of fact, with my personal character.
Oh wow.
I
I've been primarily playing 5e.
Yeah.
This is a new experience for me playing 2e. Really enjoying it.
Yeah, I was. I
You were
started
the
out
one that drug me into this.
in 5e2, and I got Colin and Thomas in.
Yeah, because
Like-
you can almost relate 5e to this because they almost feel the same, except
They do. The roles are a bit different, but there's a lot of similarities that help ease me into this.
this version's still a lot deadlier than 5e is because.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
You want to know something interesting? My character has nearly died almost 4 times this whole campaign.
Right.
I've only come close to dying when I got hit by a lightning bolt from the Sorcerer King that dealt like 70 damage, but because I resisted it, I took half.
That
Brought me
yeah,
down to like 7 HP. It was crazy.
Yeah, my character survived a 400-foot drop, took a fireball to the face.
No, you didn't survive that 400-foot drop from what I remember.
No, I did. I was the only survivor.
Oh, you were. Oh, yeah, you fed the water to everybody else.
Yeah.
That's true.
you
Oh yeah. So this is funny because Dark Sun is not quite as deadly as my Greyhawk campaign, but it's still pretty deadly. But you guys are just a little more powerful in this campaign. But yeah.
And my
We've had-
character has.
I think we've had
dumb
9
luck on
deaths
his
in
side.
Greyhawk. That's true too. You've had some dumb luck because you can see Kli'k almost just got annihilated by a lightning bolt, and so did Pid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I will attempt to hit him with my metal Chachka.
All right, Kli'k hurls that snake-headed Chachka, hoping to petrify this slowly. Oh shit! What the?
Awesome.
Oh,
Kidding me?
what
You
the
did it
hell?
again?
Wait. We still hang out with the old Kli'k. I'm gonna tell because he was always like, I want to get a crit with this Chachka. I want to get a crit with this Chachka. And
He only got one once.
Yeah, and here you've got 2 in the same combat.
New Kli'k OP, please nerf.
All right, so what's the one do?
It's snakehead poison. but I don't know since they're freaking, golems if they're even affected by poison. He's got to
Well,
make a
let's
save
find
versus
out.
poison.
All right. You know what? This is a magical weapon, and so
It's magical poison.
this. Well, let me see
Yeah.
if this thing has a saving throw versus poison.
If he doesn't, he's going to be hurting real bad.
Let me read about this guy real quick here. Okay,
My only
so
complaint is that I picked up this Psionicus about halfway into the campaign, so it was
immune
pre-made.
to
The
50%
Psionicuses can't do much outside of psionic
magic.
combat.
They're only immune to acid and heat-based attacks. Okay, so
Oh, they're not immune to poison.
do have a saving throw versus poison. So let me roll that. Ooh, he manages to save. So what happens if he saves?
So basically what happens is save versus poison. He doesn't take anything. Well, if he saves, well, actually, so if he fails, he takes 5d6 damage, per round. If he
Oh,
saves, he takes 1d6 damage a round in poison.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Oh, doesn't he also take the damage from it hitting from the
Plus the
Chalca hitting him?
Chachka damage. So go ahead and roll Chachka damage, and then roll 1d6 for the poison damage.
okay, so Chachka damage, right? But it's a number of rounds that he takes the damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's see here. Loading. Okay.
Or
Here we
crit
go.
table for Dark Side.
Damage. Chachka damage would be.
He's got a special weapon that if he hits a crit, there's a special table he rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same with my Heart Piercer.
but we do have a 1d100 crit table that we have.
Okay,
Yep.
so they don't stack now.
No.
There's my damage.
All right, and then how much poison damage?
1d6 per round.
And then roll how many rounds, right?
Yeah. Sorry, that's 26. There's 4. We'll divide this by half for. Yeah, 1 round. No, it's D3 rounds. So if it's a D6,
Okay.
half would be 1, I think, right?
You can just do /R D3.
Okay.
Try that.
Right.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I'm about to press enter on a command that says RD3.
Damn it.
All right.
Okay.
He's poisoned for 1 round.
That's still damage. That's still damage, y'all.
My second attack.
All right. He hurls the Chachka again.
Yeah, there's -9. So
Oh, that's a hit. Yep.
definitely gonna hit him. And the Chachki takes 6 points.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right. So the Kli'k, you can see him. He recovers from that lightning bolt and hurling his Chachka, and then hurls the Chachka, and you see the snakehead reach forward and bite this thing right in the neck, where you would assume a human's jugular would be, but this thing is made out of some crystalline substance. But the snakehead's eyes glow greenish, and the poison courses through this thing's emerald flesh and seems to do some bit of damage to it. Meanwhile, Jocus is standing over there like a stick figure with a giant head.
All right.
So we have 2 giants that are the opposite of really weak.
I'm gonna take my just release the strength thing and take my strength back since it seems ineffective against the emerald.
All right.
And then I'm gonna try to.
You basically see Pid deflate like a balloon and Jocus inflate like a balloon.
I wanna try to give health to Pid.
All right. Ooh, all right, Jocus. You can feel the success as you reach down to the nexus of your being, and you can feel your inner strength just pour forward.
I'm gonna give him 17 hit points.
All right, Pid, you've got 17 hit points back.
And then for my second attack, I'm gonna try to bind.
Pid needed it? Oh yeah, I guess he did.
I don't
Okay.
think it's back yet, so if you want to do that manually for him.
Yeah, I can add it to him. How much did he get back?
17.
All right.
Realize that I'm at 20, right? Not to.
And what else were you gonna do, Jocus?
I'm gonna try to bind the creature's mouth closed.
All right,
Oh.
go ahead.
Oh,
All right. And you're trying to bind its mouth, or
Yeah,
did you
its
say?
lips.
he's trying to bind its lips shut.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it can't open its mouth anymore.
All right, go ahead. All right, MAC. This one.
I can share that.
How many PSPs are you pouring into that?
I'll pour 5.
All right. How many is it to activate the power?
It's 4. So
4?
I could put 8 in. I'll put 8.
You'll put 8 in? Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll. You know what? This thing's gonna have to roll a saving throw.
Yeah.
To rip its mouth back open.
Oh God.
I'm back. Don't worry.
You're good.
Pid, you just got healed because he took this. You felt yourself deflating in strength, but you felt yourself inflating in health.
I don't know why, but I can't help but imagine when Pid deflates, he's also letting out a massive fart as he's doing it. As he's
What
deflating.
happened?
It sounds like a deflating balloon or something.
Except
All right.
except it
You can see.
Yeah, pretty good sound
all right.
effect.
You can see that the Jocus is fighting with this thing with his mental ability, and he manages to seal the thing's mouth so its lightning speak can no longer be used.
Ooh, nice.
Zakhara, what do you wish to do?
Well, that's the damage from the freezing.
Ooh, all right. You can now the emerald is now covered in a glittering bit of frost, and you can see it starting to cause damage to this thing's inner core. I think you can take another psionic action if you wish, Zakhara.
Yep. I'm actually going to combine a create object with his molecular bonding because create object actually specifies works better with a molecular bond with with power of molecular rearrangement.
All right.
So
What do you
I'm
wish
going
to
to do
do?
that to try and basically bind. You said there's like pieces of these golems lying around.
Yeah.
I want to basically like grab one of those pieces and slap it on his mouth and try and like morph it into like a solid mass that he has to remove.
All right. Go ahead and make your attempt.
Like the way Beetlejuice threw the
Yeah,
I
exactly like that.
I
All right.
imagine Zakhara runs around, climbs up on either me or Asher, and jumps up and
I just
slaps
jumped out of
it
the
in the
foliage
face.
very briefly to do this.
All right. Go ahead and make your attempt, Zakhara.
Yay!
Ooh, all right. Yes. So you pick up some pieces of the shards that Alexander and Azzer have chopped off and hurl it at the mouth that that Jocus had molecularly closed. And now it's got a whole bunch of its own body parts morphed over its mouth. So it looks kind of like Optimus Prime with that shield over its mouth.
Yeah.
And that now has affected its punch ability. So because it's going to use its punch to try, so all it can do now is try to kick. So it's
Perfect
going to try
plan.
to it's going to try to kick. You know what? It's not quite sure.
I've disappeared back into the foliage, technically.
Because you're shorter than the
If
foliage.
it's a 1, it tries to attack Alexander. If it's a 2, it attacks Azzer. Ooh.
It attacks Azzer.
That's
The
fine.
one without the
Azzer.
shield.
That's
Oh.
fine.
He hits.
Yow.
Nice knowing you.
Double damage.
Oh,
good.
that's
So
gonna
30
be bad.
damage,
It's
Azzer, as
bad.
you just get kicked right in the sternum, and it kicks you so hard, it basically breaks 3 of your ribs. You take 30 damage.
Oh god.
Ouch.
All right, Fetl'Paro, what do you wish to do?
Okay.
From it, so
You just saw this large, strong creature get a bunch of emerald facial accoutrements, and then it reached out its leg and just kicked Azzer like the Hulk kicked that thing in Incredible Hulk, like it went flying across and hit that tree. That's basically what happened to Azzer.
I think that was that one scene
Ouch.
where that dude was
Alright,
like running up and he.
I moved appropriately
Well-
then.
Hmm. I think what I'll do is
And there's a stone grayish
I'll
emeraldish
cast
thing next
chant.
to you. All right. You guys start to hear this almost sounds like a sandstorm as chant starts to go off, and next round it'll go into effect. Azzer, you're up. Fetl'Paro,
Alright.
you're starting to sound like a silt storm is flowing about this forested area. Basically, you guys hear what sounds like a hurricane of silt. If anybody's been near the Silt Sea, it just sounds like a horrible dust storm, but it's coming out of Fetl'Paro's mouth, but it is causing you a blessing. So go ahead and roll. Oh, wait, Azzer, you're up still.
Yep. Azer's pissed. So Azure has I could easily see how these different weapon types have had effect on it.
Yes.
Or how did what was the effect when it regenerated?
Just
with
any
strength
non-magical
or what?
weapon, it will regenerate.
Yep.
I'm just
So
okay.
when Alexander hit it, it
Yeah.
didn't do the full damage. Although when Kli'k hit it, it did full damage, and when Pid hit it with his axe, it did full damage. But when he hit it with his Lotilus, it regenerated fully.
Okay, so Azure observed this, and after he picks himself up from this tree he got smashed across, he's going to take out his magical mace club
I thought you were already using that.
No, I was using my
you had a metal
dragon's
dragon's paw.
It was metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, metal is like a +1, right?
Is that different than magical?
Magical is different than metal, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So I'm taking out my magical weapon, my club.
All right. Okay.
And going for, let me go, payback. Bitch. Let's roll well.
Ooh,
that's not
missed
so
with
well.
the first hit.
Let's try again.
Oh, missed again. Poor Azure. Oh, Azure. What a sucky time, man. He just runs forward to the club after getting kicked in the chest. His chest almost caved in. And now, everybody go ahead and roll for initiative. Fetl'Paro, you just roll raw initiative. You don't have to roll any chant time because you're already chanting. So it should just be raw.
Alrighty.
My cat
let me get there.
away yet again.
Misty?
Yeah, and she's, 2.5 feet, so she gets quite a bit. Oh, I got a 10.
Ever get my axe back?
You have your axe, Pid, and you just realized your Lotilus doesn't do much, so now you're angry.
Oh no.
Yes.
Hurl it, hurl it, hurl it, hurl it, hurl it, hurl it.
Crit that
All right.
some bitch.
I shall do simply more than just hurl it.
All right. So, Fetl'Paro, your chant goes into effect. So now everybody that's in the chant range gets a... What do you get, Fetl'Paro?
Let's see, where did I put it up here? It's +1 bonuses for everybody, and enemies
and
suffer
damage rolls.
-1 penalties.
Oh, enemies
This is
suffer
both
-1.
to attacks as well as saving throws and damage rolls.
All right, so you guys all get +1 attack and +1 damage as you can see the cleric, he's kneeling on the ground with his arms raised up and his mouth is open and there's basically a silt storm flying out of his mouth and it's swirling around. It doesn't impair your vision at all because it's basically swirling in a circle at a 60-foot radius out from him. But all of you feel rejuvenated, and now you have a +1 to a hit and +1 damage. Pid, what are you doing?
Well, I heard the chanting call, so this one gets the axe.
All right, Pid hurls his axe.
It's just like in the foliage.
So I have a +10 now, right?
No.
You're no longer strong.
Oh
You-
yeah.
You just
So
have
you're
plus
at-
1 due to the chant.
Yep, you just have a
Yeah,
plus one
plus
for the
one.
chant. All right, Pid, your
Aw.
axe goes sailing wide, whips over Azure's head, who has to duck, whips over Alexander's head, who ducks,
It's
Wait,
so
jumps,
fucking
leaps
loud.
over it, and the axe comes back to your hand. Jibba.
Ah.
Jibba's
Oh,
gonna attack the
I called
same
him back,
one.
okay.
All right, Jibba starts clawing at the stone one.
Claw
Miss.
1. Claw
Miss.
2.
Yeah.
Back claw.
That's
there
a
we
hit.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, 2 damage.
Back claw
Ooh.
and bite. Nope. Okay.
Ooh.
2 damage.
Well,
All right, Jocus, you're up.
Okay. Jocus is going to.
my cat's in the way.
We'll go with the Fetl'Paro.
Is Misty doing that thing where where that thing cats do where they lay on top of your keyboard while you're trying to use it?
No, she's literally in front of the monitor, staring at my mouse as it moves across. I wish I could get a video of this one. Dead.
Ooh, all right, Jocus, you reach over and lend health to whom?
Fetl'Paro, I'm going to give him 5 hit points.
All right,
Fetl'Paro
Fetl'Paro,
suddenly
you
feels
get
this big hand
5
on
hit
his
points
head.
back as you can feel a hand on your skull that's basically encompasses your whole skull.
I'm going to give him 15.
Ah!
15 hit points?
Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
Fetl'Paro, you get 15 hit points back as you can feel the life energy of the half giant
Hey,
enter you.
hey, don't do that. Sorry.
You can see Jocus is. Did you get your hit points back, Fetl'Paro?
Yes, I'm working on it right now.
All right.
Wait, how much
Alex,
health did we get back?
only Fetl'Paro got it back, Pid. You got some back earlier. Alexander, you're up. You just saw Azzer get kicked in the chest. You have +1 to hit, +1 damage.
Here too.
Ooh, yes, that is a hit with the obsidian katana.
Oh gosh.
Oh, all right. All right.
I gotta
Alexander.
roll to hit again.
Okay. All
1.
right, Alexander, you reach over your shoulder and try thrust it again, and you miss. And now with you rolled a +1 to hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and now with your braid.
Oh no.
Oh,
Crit.
Nice.
crit.
Yay.
Oh, all right. Alexander whips his head around faster and faster, and the braid starts going, and you guys can hear it whistling through the air. And all of a sudden, he whips his head forward and launches it, and it
Yep.
rolls right into the forehead of this thing directly forward. And what does the crit do on your braid, Alexander?
On 10, double damage, add strength damage bonus.
All right, go ahead and make the roll.
Adds a +1 to the roll.
Yep. So, 22 damage. All right. The braid hits it, and right as Zakhara focuses his eyes in and freezes it further, the heart piercer hits it right in the center mass, and the thing shatters into 1,000 pieces. Just this tinkling sound of this shattering beast just crashing to the ground, and it is dead.
This is the healthiest Alexander has ever come out of a fight.
All right. This thing
Yeah.
just looks around with its yellowish, grayish eyes and scowls. Meanwhile, Kli'k, you're up.
So one of them's dead?
One of them
Yep.
just shattered into, after the braid hit it, you could see the spiked end of this braid whip around and hit this thing's center mass. And as it did so, it hit with such a perfect harmony that it just shattered this thing into a million shards of emeraldy, crystalline things that fell to the ground.
So the other one's stone, right?
The other one's stone, but you can see that it's still living, and you're not sure how long the stone lasts.
Okay, so I will
You have a
hit.
poisonous bite too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's well, the other one's poison. I hit the other
It's
one.
dead now.
Uh huh. So I
Or
will.
a paralyzation bite.
Yeah.
True. The poison out of Kli'k's jaws is a little bit different than the poison out of his
Yeah.
magical tchotchke.
Right.
Yeah, the poison out of his mouth is regular poison.
Right. So metal Chalca. Try to do it number 1 to hit the guy that I've already stoned.
All right, go ahead. You get a +1.
Oh, that
Oh, that's a big hit. Yes. Go ahead, roll damage.
Yes. Okay. This is gonna be actually with the +1. This is gonna be so yeah.
Ooh.
Actually 8. Uh-huh.
All right, big hit. Big hit.
And second one.
Oh, that's a 0.
Ooh. Did you put the +1 in there?
No, I did not.
All right, that's
It's
an AC
0.
of 0. That is a hit. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Takes 8.
Oh, another 8. All right. Kli'k, you can see him he's basically working that tchotchke with all 4 of his hands. He's had 2 crits with that thing. Both of the snake eyes are glowing with their greenish and bluish eyes. And now he's just hurled it again and just chopped big slices of stone emeraldish crystal off of this thing. Meanwhile, Zakhara, you are now up over your head in the foliage as Pit has dropped you.
I'm gonna
But you're
try
not
and
far from the edge.
can I try and find Pid, just forcing my way through it?
Yes, you can.
Pid,
Well,
Pid.
what's your wisdom, Zakhara?
Help. My wisdom is
Yeah,
wisdom is
you can look up and see Pid's head
19.
over the. You can see Pid with his axe and his ripped, muscly arm. Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah. Am I covered in bugs and stuff?
You're covered in foliage. What do you wish to do?
I
Damn.
can see this. I can see the final golem. So let's see what I have left.
Oh wait. Hey, Thomas, could you do? How long have I been in there?
No, I can't do that. Sorry.
Ah! Blood monster!
Hey, Warren, would the +1 apply to me giving Fetl'Paro health?
Yes.
All right, +1 Fetl'Paro.
Yeah, this character does not really have anything outside. I'll skip my turn because I don't really have much else I can do outside of psionic combat.
All right, Azzer, what do you wish to do? Yeah, you don't get a sense that these things have much of a brain.
No, that's
That's
2
all right.
fights in a row I haven't been able to do psionic stuff with.
Well, you just crushed this. You froze this thing so bad it shattered. So.
Yeah, that's true. I did help with that.
All right, Azzer is just having a time of it after getting kicked in the sternum. He's just having a hard time.
Mhm. I don't do very well with this club.
All right, this thing cannot any longer move. So as long as you guys are beating up on it, imagine eventually you can manage to smash it into oblivion.
Yeah, we're just going at it with it.
You guys are just chopping it down like a tree. Once you do so, you see a small bluish crystal fall out of this one once you smash it into bits.
Alexander,
dead?
Alexander,
They're both dead, Pid.
Alexander reaches down and picks up the blue orb.
All right, Alexander, you see him reach down to pick up the blue orb, and Alexander, all of a sudden you reappear right outside of the entrance to where you had touched that blue orb originally.
At that point, Zakhara goes touching and just the blue orb.
All right, Zakhara, you reappear as well.
It's the healthiest I've ever come out of a fight.
When Jocus returns, does the heads return with him?
Yes, they do. The
Damn it!
2 heads are with him.
Why couldn't we just leave them in there? They deserved it.
Azure touches it.
All right, Azzer, you also reappear.
Jocus is considering living in there. With the head.
Just so he can leave the heads in there.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, I could take them to space as a final sacrifice if need be.
Kli'k, what are you doing?
I am going to take some of that stuff that we have, if this stuff is actually real.
Okay.
And I'm going to take it with me, and I'm going to touch the blue.
Oh, you're
Scoop
taking
it into a sack.
All right.
the green gemstone stuff.
All right, Kli'k, you arrive, and you do have a bunch of that stuff with you. However, the stuff that you thought was like kind of a stony, weird material
Yeah.
is now succulent, delicious meat.
Oh.
Well, and
Oh.
he goes, fellas, look at this. Kli'k have meat, succulent, whatever that word mean, meat, and I give it to some of them.
All right.
I'm good. You have it.
I'll tentatively take a bite.
All right, Zakhara.
Yeah, I'll feast. By the way.
Oh.
All right, Kli'k, you
Azzer will
feel
share
extremely.
in the fruits of our labor since Kli'k
All right,
brought it.
Azzer, you take a bite of this strange meat, and you can see Azzer, Kli'k, and Zakhara fully looking like they're at. You can see the color returning to their cheeks, and Azzer's caved-in chest starts to reform.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't eat one because I didn't need it.
Ah, yes, the cave.
You see Chimali, she motions over to Nauhyotl, and she says, Nauhyotl, you come with me. We will see if the trial has been successful. And they go in through the grove, right past Fetl'Paro, and disappear. And then
Wait, it's with you so they can never come back.
after about a few minutes, they reappear, and they look down at Fetl'Paro, and they say, You have engaged your magic in the trial zone, yes?
Well, yeah, I healed people.
There is no damage to the flora and fauna inside of the trial. You are not a defiler.
Yay. That's good.
Huh. Well, I guess I never really thought about that, doing that sort of thing.
Don't you get your magic from Silt?
Yeah, but it's a deity basically, though.
Yeah, because you worship Silt, you get magic from it.
I'm
Mhm.
praying to the spirit of the land.
That means you are worthy. You definitely were sent and have earned the trust of not only the alliance of Raam, you have also earned the benefit of the alliance of Draj. Welcome. If you wish to join, you will be given all of the rights and benefits of being a member of the alliance here in Draj.
That'll probably be good.
Jocus, did you take any
I
of
do have to
Kli'k's
say that seeing all that water was kind of
meat?
Jocus
actually
left.
beautiful.
Did I? What?
Oh no!
If-
Oh no! Wait, he's
Did
back.
you take
Cold.
any of Kli'k's meat that he had come back with? He had come back with some very succulent-looking pieces of meat.
If you offered it, yeah.
It's really good, man.
All right, I guess I'll try some.
Okay.
Full heal.
I'll take it and I'll try to like coerce Kli'k to eat it
Where's
because
my
I
money?
believe that is some sort of like
Kli'k brought it.
animal. Yeah, I know, but you know.
He was
Here,
offering
boy,
you the
have a
meat.
treat.
All right. Jocus, you have a strange moment with Kli'k where you're trying to train Kli'k to eat his own meat.
He's just like chewing on the one he had.
Did Pid touch the little blue gem?
No, he did not.
Oh,
Well-
Pid, you saw everybody touch this blue thing and disappear? You're standing alone in a jungle.
No.
Pid, give me
Who's
that.
standing alone in the jungle?
Pid.
It is Mr.
Oh.
Axeman.
Where everybody go?
He's like,
That's just
where everybody go?
I'll
Like that on the brave little toaster where everyone falls off the waterfall and the vacuum's
Oh,
just
fully okay.
standing there alone.
yeah.
Pid, this is what life is like for you.
Okay, so
Yeah, he did also see the two people come through.
I touched the stone to leave.
All right, Pid, you touch the stone after figuring it out, and you arrive back in the. All right, and you see Kli'k handing out succulent pieces of looks to be pretty good edibles.
Yay!
Pid,
Did all the damage
Yeah.
with his hands.
you are
Who
at
did
full
all the
health.
damage?
Kli'k.
Right. Is Pid the one who did all the damage with his hands?
Pid is the one that's got this metal axe, which is the only metal axe you've ever seen in your entire life other than your Chachka. And he is basically the half giant that's got this massive lotalus. After he hurls his axe, he usually charges after with his lotalus.
Right. So he's not the one who did all the damage, right? Well, he's not the one who did the damage with his fist, right?
I don't
He
think
did,
anybody-
and it regenerated.
Yeah, with the Lotalus.
Yeah.
Up to him, and I will go. You fight well. You make Kli'k cry out of pride for brother, and I give him the meat. And I laugh and start shoving it in his throat. So
All right, Pid.
He's just like pushing it toward at his mouth.
Pid, you look at this insect man handing you this succulent-looking meat.
and I'm climbing him, by the way, because he's
I
a
smile, take him, and pat him on the head. Thank you.
You guys. Meanwhile, Jocus is trying to
It's
tame
like I look at the meat and
Jocus is trying to tame the thrycreen. So you got two half giants. You got two half giants, a thrycreen, and two bobbleheads. Basically, like acting out this strange, weird living existence. Meanwhile, Wyan.
Weird talking creature. Weird
Yeah.
talking
Meanwhile,
animal.
Meanwhile, Sacha says, "Oh right, don't ever bring us to that horrific place again. That was the most horrific thing we have ever been subjected to."
Behave, and we
very
will not
green.
take you back there.
Wyan looks over. Yes, that was so horrible. Horrible it was. Too much life.
Well, if you hate it so much, then, well, I guess I like it a little better.
hey.
You are a half-breed. you are just nothing but evil. You should be genocided from this life. He reaches out and tries to chomp through the gates at Fetl'Paro.
Can I
He
yank
hates-
the-
His
can I
tongue's
yank
like
the-
Yeah,
running out.
well, you're just a floating head in a cage.
yank
He
the
hates
chain?
he hates Fetl'Paro with all of his life. You can see just the hatred and rage flaying off of these things as they look at Fetl'Paro in his self-hating half-breed status.
Well,
I guess
Fetl'Paro,
when
What's that,
did,
Azzer?
did the heads like just go with Jocus or
they went with him.
okay?
Once
So
Jocus
Azzer,
touched the stone again, the heads
Mhm.
reappeared with him.
okay. I guess
Jocus is
Azure
thinking
just
about
kind of
whether
wanted to sense what Jibba was doing after this.
You can
Or if-
sense Jibba's presence, but it feels like it's you can sense Jibba, but it feels like she is away a bit, almost as if she's on the surface and you're in underneath. But it was interesting that she had appeared at your time of trial, so you're not sure
Hmm.
what to make of that area where you had just encountered those
Okay.
stone-like beings.
Okay.
It might be the plane where Jibba disappears too often.
I will ask the giant if he still got that chewy flesh that he had.
That you gave
Hey,
him?
excuse me, miss.
Yes, yes, you with the braid.
Alexander removes the stone from that he slipped under the crossed out name of his patron and hands it to an Azzer. She can find a way to let this soul finally rest in peace.
She looks at you and says, "Come here, braided warrior. I have something to tell you."
Oh, okay.
That doesn't seem creepy at all.
Where are we? Aren't?
You'll see it, Alexander. I have sent it to you.
She whispers it in your ear. Ow.
Thank you. Also, I'd be careful with that stone if you anywhere near your head. It
Sorry.
it favors elves.
You're fine.
Meanwhile, Nauhyotl looks at Zakhara and one second here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get off. I got work tomorrow.
All right, no worries.
Athas,
Did you get that whisper, Mr. Alexander?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that might be important for you. Meanwhile, do you remember what the Nauhyotl had told you, Zakhara and Jocus?
Seek out. I'm gonna pull up his name. Seek out Cathexis.
Yes. Seek out Athas.
Do we have any somewhere to look for it?
Or a race? Did we get a race?
I don't think we got any information other than Cathexis. Although I might be getting more information here.
I think we need to go there, no matter what.
Go where?
To find this person.
We don't. We don't know. We don't know where he is.
Maybe he close to Savannah?
Maybe. I haven't gotten my whisper yet, so I don't have any.
Cromlin. It's
Is Warren here?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. You've got a Chimali goes to each of you and basically bids you some advice to some of you. She looks at Kli'k, she had a discussion about one of his visions. Cocotun moves over to Pid and greets him as a warrior along with Azzer and says, "Trust now has been earned. You, Pid, you, Azzer. Look, I will train this red-haired warrior to improve your weapon."
Huh? Train?
So he looks over to Alexander, and he's basically gives him a little bit of insight in how to perhaps improve Pid's weapon is loadless, so it's a bit better in combat.
Gasp.
Oh goddamn it! Or sorry.
Kli'k, Chimali has given you some information, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to you because you're a Fairland. So the idea of cities or villages or towns is still a little bit foreign to you, even though you've been to Ten Pugs Temple and you've been to Draj and Raam.
Azzer does want to speak with Chimali in private
right.
a little bit.
All right. She says, "Yes, you warrior of Draj." She speaks in Drajan. "What do you wish to speak about?"
I passed on the information speaking in Drajian, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Or
Ah, you have one that comes and goes. Is he with you now?
No.
he's not with us now. He was with us against the moon god.
Did he move against the moon god or try to save himself?
He did move against, and he has been with us.
Was he accepted into the veil in Raam?
Don't know, but Nanda spoke with him privately.
Nanda spoke with him privately. Did she move to strike against him or strike him down?
Nope.
No.
If I were to say, you may be able to trust this one, but keep an eye on him. He seems to perhaps, from what you have told me, he seems to perhaps be on a journey of his own and is a fellow traveler with you, unlike, say, the insect man who treats you as his clutch, or the small halfling who seems intermittent or imminent, intimately entwined with your fate. This one perhaps may is seeking his own and is a fellow traveler. He does not seem to be against you, but he may not necessarily be with you. Trust him only so far as you can see him.
What was the last thing she just said?
Trust him as far as you can see him.
But since he has deigned not to present himself to the Vale, he shall not be granted membership as you all have been granted membership.
Huh?
But if he was not granted membership at the Ramish Vale, and he has not defiled any of Athas, then he is of no consequence to us.
About this whole defiling thing, what is it?
Defiling. She
Wait, is my health still
motions.
at 27 or am I?
You're at full health, Pid, after getting the
Sorry.
meat from Kli'k. She
That's better.
motions over and she says, "You see this greenery about you." She then points to the greenery right in front of you, Zakhara, and she puts her hand down, and you can see her, and then all of a sudden her hand starts to glow with a radiant yellow energy, and then she holds it up and she moves her arm towards you and blows, and you can see a yellowish halo form about your head, and it's extremely bright, and then it slowly starts to fade and glow to zero, and she says, "Look, young one, you see that life in front of you.
Yes.
Has the life of that greenery been snuffed out by my power.
I don't believe so.
You would have seen had a defiler used his power that I had used. The vegetation in front of you would wither and die. The soil itself would turn black as night. And you would see, just as you had been out in the stony barrens or sandy wastes of the planet above, you would see what has wreaked all of the havoc on our planet and what has caused us to be in this harsh times. Those
The
sorcerer
scent?
kings.
Isn't that
Say
how it's
again,
always been?
you magic user that does not defile, but lives with the benefits
no.
of the defilement. I think you worship a deity
Oh
that
my
does not have
God!
Athas's true future in its best interests. Although there is a place for the silt, there's a place for the fire, water, lightning, everything has a place. But you destroy the plants, you destroy the soil that even causes them to grow. Even a plant can grow in silt. But should you destroy and sterilize the earth, you have no place in the Vale.
My worldview has been very shocked.
Well, you have not defiled. Look that you continue to call upon your deity, that he may glorify the continuing existence of this planet so that it does not get completely destroyed. A completely destroyed planet is not silt. It is not fire. It is not ash. It is just barren rock, nothingness, vacuum.
Well,
She looks at
Fetl'Paro, meanwhile, has a rather horrified look on his face.
Yeah, Fetl'Paro has
You
never.
mean, just is it true that that through that portal, that's how everything was supposed to be?
You have
Cold and
seen.
wet.
You have seen magic user. However, there is a balance. Whereas the greenery shields the life of this planet, there is other areas, dry, desolate, sandy, waste, that also feeds into the ecosystem that keeps this planet alive. That is where your
Gotcha.
destiny lies.
Just go to bed, Colin.
I have a lot to think about.
Yes, you do, but you did not defile. You are welcome in the Vale.
Okay, so how do we get out of here and not get killed by the Drajian guards?
Ah, yes, there is a secret entrance. Follow me, and she leads you over to here. And as you follow this pathway, it leads steadily upwards, and you walk about a mile before it. She leads you to basically a solid stone wall, and you can see her reach her hand to the ground, and she calls up a bit of energy, and then she casts traces a rune and then a series of runes on the door, and then she dances a series of runes on the floor, and they glow with kind of a fiery light, and then the wall seems to almost crumble before your eyes, and she points forward and says, "Follow this passage. It will take you to the surface. Mind that you do not get in view of any of the moon priests, for they may be looking for one such as you,"
Oh, they're definitely.
and points the way onward.
Ah,
And
yay!
with that, I am going to hand out some experience here.
Yay!
Go cues. It's
That much.
Zakhara. Let's see. Zakhara used that. Oh, you actually did quite a bit of psionics, didn't you,
I
Zakhara?
did do a lot of psionics.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Kli'k, you did some tracking, hunting.
Oh, I level up, don't I?
Oh, Kli'k
Yes.
actually.
6400.
Pid, you might have leveled up. What do you need for your next level?
One. One.
No. That
Yeah.
was, I know that was your last level. What level? How many XP do you have?
My current XP is 63999. I thought
I thought you had leveled up like
I did
two.
too. I don't know.
We might have to update your XP because what level are you in
Yeah.
your level? Your level what?
6.
You're level 6?
No, you should be level 7 now.
You should be level 7. So
Yeah.
change up your level 7 and yeah. So you should be level 7. All right.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys. Good night.
All right, have a good one. Let's see here. Kli'k. Let me give you your XP.
All right.
Let's see.
When's my next level up?
Your next level will be at 125,000. So put that number in there because you'll need 125,000 to hit your next level.
All right.
Right, so I just add that on to gained experience points, right?
Yep.
Right.
And Kli'k, what level are you right now?
I believe I am 6. Yeah.
Level.
No,
All right.
I start gaining spells at level, I think 8, maybe.
I can't remember for Dark Sun Rangers. I'll have to look. How many XP do you have?
183,998.
All right, so you're already level 8, so you're getting close to level 9. But I got to look at your ranger abilities for Dark Sun. So you need 300,000 to be at level 9.
Right.
So you're at 100 yeah.
100.
So you're level 8 still.
Yeah.
Let me. I got to see what Do you have the Dark Sun rulebook?
Yeah.
If not, I can when I'm doing my stuff tomorrow, I'll post the ranger specs from the Dark Sun rulebook in the game so you can take a look at it.
Okay. I think I already have it though.
If you do, then you can take a look because they don't really get spells the same way. Azzer almost died, but he's still alive.
I didn't almost die. I just got one hit. It was a third of my life.
Okay.
It was a big hit, but I didn't almost die.
All right. Alexander gets.
Yeah. Can I get more experience for almost dying?
No.
I was.
I do experience in this game with all your class abilities that you use, plus basically kind of the 2E rules. So everything that you do, and then there's a little bit for RP that I give as well, and then there's a little bit of story experience. So this is a very 2E centric type of experience gain.
Okay.
So for you, because you're a warrior, you like to defeat things in combat and use your ranger abilities, and RP as a Fairland Thrycreen is useful too. Let's see.
So where would my actual abilities be in the? I'm looking at the Dark Sun campaign setting book. Is it in there?
First look at Thrycreen, because Thrycreen have their own abilities that change via level, and then after that look at Ranger, and then Ranger has their own abilities that go up with level per Dark Sun rules.
Okay.
And did I miss anybody for experience? I got Pid, Jocus, Pika, Kli'k, Azzer, Alexander.
Wait, how much XP did I get out of that?
Pid, yep, Pid, I gave you yours. You'll see it there.
Okay.
Fetl'Paro.
Oh, Fetl'Paro, yes, Fetl'Paro. That's. I knew I was missing somebody here. Fetl'Paro gets. Ooh, that's okay. Plus 50. Okay. All right, Fetl'Paro, that's your XP too. So I think I got everybody right. Yep. Pid, Jocus, Fetl'Paro, Kli'k, Azzer.
We got 4,700, right? 4,700 XP.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Cool. All right. See you guys next week.
All right, I'll catch you guys